take off last session. He had agreed to watch the cave entrance. Amavia, in Waterdeep, you had found a posting for a job. You were late getting to it. I'm gonna just do this the lazy way. You set out after the party had set out on the Tribor Trail. You had came across an ambush site with dead horses in the road and dead goblin bodies everywhere. Nobody was around, but using you're a pretty intelligent person. You found a trail of blood. You followed it. You came across a clearing with a campsite and a pit trap that looks like more goblin bodies and everything. Continuing to follow the trail, you have now showed up into this clearing with a you wearing a cloak, aren't you, Avo? Cloaked figure in heavy armor standing outside the entrance to this cave and looking at you menacingly like he's guarding the entrance. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get this show on the road. Put the players there, start some music.
Oh, God, I can't.
I told you.
Wait, what is the Raven's sight range? It doesn't specify it was 30. The Raven's got like a 5-foot radius of sight.
Dark vision or just regular?
Regular.
Then it's got it right now. Oh, the Raven's in a brightly lit room. There's like a roaring campfire.
Yeah, he doesn't see much of anything. I however, see great in this dark ass room over here.
Okay, so Amavia, you have came across. You followed this small little stream. Character in a cloak, heavy armor, standing guard out front of the cave. What are you two doing? There you go. Yep.
I'm going to approach, and I'm going to say, "Why, hello there, sir." I'd be looking for a job. I saw a posting in this town, and I would like to kind of tag along. I'm a little late. I overslept. I had too much meat.
What is it with people in sleep?
I mean, I don't know if it was as much sleeping late. I just, just kept drinking, and I mean, they brought a bottle to my room. It was horrible. I was gonna say my name's Amavia. I'm not really used to people. I've lived alone most of my life, studying the ways of the cleric, and it's been me and my god for probably 20 years.
Avo, at this point, you notice that even though he's wearing a hood, the sunlight hits it just right to where you can see inside of it. Maybe if you'd like to describe your character for everybody listening, that way he doesn't have to describe it multiple times.
Yeah,
I demand a version.
My character is a copper dragonborn. Big, bushy, white beard, because, like I said, he's a hermit. So he'd basically been by himself for the past 20 or so years, studying the ways of a cleric, trying to, please his god, which he doesn't really like to talk about. He kind of likes to keep his god to himself, but he opens up to people who he kind of, like, if he likes you, he'll kind of tell you about his god. He's like really obsessed with it.
Nice. Avo, you've been hearing sounds of battle from inside the cave. You guys can walk in if you'd like. I'm going to switch over to Riyadh and Amadeus's Raven. You guys aren't in combat. You're free to move around as you see fit. However, if at any point I tell you to stop, don't move anymore and don't react to anything. Cool? There are wolves in here chained up right here for Avo and Amavia. You're about to see them. They are looking passive right now due to actions from the last session. Riyadh.
Yeah.
Having Amadeus and Cog and you guys pretty much just decimating the goblins that were inhabiting this room, you now see a goblin that is much bigger than the other goblins that you guys have came across. He is very dirty looking, only has trousers on, and carrying and has what looks to be a very sharp dagger pressed right up against the throat of a very familiar figure of Sildar Hallwinter, who is looking knocked out, beat up, and like he had just been tortured. What are you doing?
Yawning, apparently.
Ah,
I said yawning, apparently.
I had to turn you up. You were quiet today. This.
I'm gonna speak to him. What can I do to get him back?
You're one of the smart ones, aren't you? Yemek's my name. And I think we should be able to make a deal here. If you're into deals, that is.
And he presses the dagger a little bit more closer to Sildar's throat, and it actually draws a line of blood.
A deal, huh? What kind of deal? The kind where you live and get to leave here and I get him back?
Threats? You make threats while I have your friend, somebody important to you and your friends? Take my life if you want, but I'll be taking his too. No more threats.
Well, are you gonna explain the deal or are you gonna keep me waiting?
Patience. We can talk. We make deals, yes. There's somebody here who I would very much like to see dead. Very, very much. That way I can reign supreme, and I'll be chief of the Cragmaws.
Yeah, and who would that be?
Clarg the Bugbear.
I'm privy to this information since my Raven's there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Clark the Bugbear. Sounds kind of fun.
Nasty one, that is. Very nasty, very strong. Bring me his head, and you'll have your friend back.
Tell you what, I'll strike up that deal. Give me some information on top of it. What does he use to fight? How does he fight?
He's a bugbear. He's strong. He's got a mace and some javelins, and he's very strong.
I would like to turn the corner here and approach.
Yep. The water is like ankle deep at this point, seeing as the trap has mostly flowed out of the cave mouth now. It's not difficult terrain anymore. This is like a 20-foot sheer wall. Well, not sheer wall. There's like natural handholds and stuff. If you'd wanted to climb up that wall, you could if you want, or you can take the rope that was dropped down from the bridge last
You're
session.
gonna take the rope.
Amadeus, anything to add? You've now came into the room. You've been privy to everything because of Florette.
I will turn the corner and I will say, and how can we trust you?
Trust is a two-way street. How can I trust you to know that you'll deliver his head, and the second I give you this human, you won't stab me in the throat? You ask for trust, yet you give nothing to show trust.
Well, simply put, we leave, we deal with your thing. How do we know you're going to be here? I'm changing accents so hard.
Double game's fucking you
Yeah.
right now.
Triple game, thank you very much.
Oh shit.
I'm not like that slippery black spider. I make a deal, I stick to it.
I tell you what, let's further this deal. We take him out, and you take over. You give us free passage through this area so we can further our trade. And we can even trade with you. You guys can get better equipment.
Free trade? You wish to trade with goblins?
Why not? We're already making deals with them.
This could be proven to be of interest to both. Let me think about it. But first, no deal until Clark is dead.
Very well. God damn it, this accent's gonna kill me.
All right. Let us regroup with our friends, and we'll.
What?
He's further in this cave, right?
Yes. So, the bridge that you crossed to get over here, instead of coming this way, if you went the other way, there's a chamber that leads into Clark's chamber. Be careful though. A couple of my brethren are in there. I'd rather see them not hurt. But Clark has a wolf, Ripper, and he's a nasty one.
Is there anything you could do about your compatriots in there to get them out?
You think me a fool? I will not leave my prisoner until you bring me Clark's head.
I didn't say you couldn't take him with you.
He's and at this point he's looking down at his 3.5 foot tall body and muscle structure. He's bigger than a normal goblin, but he's still a goblin. And you're looking at Sildar, and the goblin's just cackling, laughing at you. And he looks at you and goes, "Maybe you're not as bright as some of the other humans I've met. How do you expect me to carry this?" And when he says this, he actually moves the dagger to where the point's now at Sildar's jugular, and it digs into his neck a little bit.
Just like that at knife point, under his own power?
He's unconscious. He's knocked the fuck out.
That's fantastic information to have.
I gave it to you when you first got in the room.
I was talking to people.
Perhaps this.
Alright, fair enough. I'll see what I can do about that. Maybe I can get them to flee.
You, as your trust that we can trust you, can we trust you not to leave this area?
And he once again points at the human at his feet and goes,
This is pretty much the only leeway I have at this point. If I leave, I have nothing. Remember, trust, it goes both ways. A little bit of trust for me, and I give a little bit trust to you. I won't go anywhere, and I won't kill this one. And when he says this one, he actually kicks Sildar and looks back up to you guys. So, do we have a deal?
I look at Rion and I give him the look of, yeah, why not?
We don't have much of a choice in this situation if we want to get paid afterwards.
Indeed. I'm going to flip through accents till I find something that works.
Sounds good.
But I will know all. If you leave, I will hunt you down. And I'll look at my raven and I'll command it to stay here and keep an eye on them and continuously take the dodge action if anything weird happens.
Yemek's nodding. He goes, "Fair enough." And then when he sees the raven lock on to him, he kind of glares at it.
No. Well, we have a job to do.
Reconvene with our party and tell them what's transpired here.
I'm gonna, because of the weird raven sightlines, I'm gonna move a little closer so
Yep.
Oh wait, he doesn't actually. What the fuck is going on with this thing?
This room is weird. There's a roaring fire, but over here the light doesn't reach.
Okay,
However,
yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So the token's not having any sight in here, but has sight in the main hallway. Okay, I'll just we'll leave him there.
Okay.
Why not? He sees it. He'll know.
Yemek's nodding, and then he looks at you guys as you're walking away.
Hopefully Clark doesn't bring your heads to me and your bodies to cook. And this works out well for all of us.
Hey, TJ.
Yes, sir.
From my understanding, this bridge I'm standing right underneath has a rope.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to climb up it, come up behind Cog and say, "Hi there."
Okay, so, Athletics check to climb the rope with advantage because it's a rope. Remus, I'm sure you're there helping pull him up.
Yep.
So athletics advantage.
Okay, remind me how you do advantage on this bitch.
It should do it automatically through your character sheet with the way I have Roll20 set up. I'll just take the highest of the 2 rolls. So on your actual character sheet, if you click athletics, it should roll 2 dice for us. Yep.
Okay.
12, easy enough. So you grab the rope, and with Remus's help, he's pulling you up, and you get up on top of the bridge safely. You come up behind Cog, and you say what you said. Cog, are you with us?
Yeah.
All right. Dragonborn behind you just kind of tapped your shoulder and said, "Why, hello there."
Well, hello. So what's going on?
At this point, you, Cog, Amavia, and Remus see Amadeus and Riyadh coming around the corner.
I'll lean into Riyadh and I'm like, we're killing that bitch, right?
Riyadh, how are you answering? He's on push to talk. He's not used to it.
Trying very, very much. Every time I use my push to talk, it zooms my shit way out.
You don't have to use it if you don't want to.
Well, I want to, especially if I'm going to be streaming, but
Yeah.
find a different push to talk. That's okay. But for now, yeah, we'll probably end up killing him depending on how that deal goes. If it works favorably for us in the end in trade and we can profit off of it, we might leave him alive.
Huh?
What's the deal?
Ah, yes, y'all haven't heard of that. So, in a nutshell, one of our, I don't know what you call it, our masters who hired us is currently unconscious, being held hostage by a goblin. He wants us to kill a bugbear? I don't give a shit. Something down there, bring him his head, and then he'll free our man.
What is it he wants us to kill? Is it killable?
It was a bugbear. I assume somewhat of importance in this clan shit they got going on here.
Sounds like it's the leader of these goblins.
Yeah, power struggles and all that bull. I'm fully intending to vaporize him when we're done.
We got a little bit of information. He's got a big ass pissed off wolf, apparently. A bunch of other goblins down there that this guy doesn't want us to kill. And a mace and some javelins. Kind of sounds like a pain in the ass, but
So,
if we want our patron back, we have to do this.
humble opinion, vaporize everything we see. Bring the head, vaporize him. It's my favorite.
I turn and look at him to say I prefer not to kill the wolf.
We've already gone over that. That's fine, whatever.
No, this
Everything
one...
else we vaporize.
And how far is this thing we gotta kill?
pretty much just behind you down that corridor, apparently.
Allegedly.
So in the same cave system.
I have left my bird friend to keep watch. Make sure he doesn't leave.
Sounds like a plan.
And if we know of any funny business, like I know, he kills our boy, then I'll kill him. I'll find him.
Whoever just moved, do you see that? You see this right here? Okay.
I was he would have moved underneath the bridge.
I mean,
Okay.
where I'm standing, I can kind of see this tiny little sliver right there.
Okay.
But it's like a sliver.
Well, you see a sliver of something then, Cog.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something. I can't tell what it is. That's a small sliver. But I do make out something.
It appears the small sliver is moving.
It moved away. To the south.
So with that going on, I offer to take point.
Oh, for Amavia, because you can't tell. So as you come up to this party, you've got a wizard who is, well, not a wizard, just a humanoid figure in robes. Are you carrying a quarterstaff or anything, Amadeus?
No, I just have. Well, actually, hold on. Am I? I think I might be. Yes. Yes, I do have a quarterstaff.
So it could be a walking stick or quarterstaff, whatever you want it to be.
I stand right to my walking stick. This old phone don't hold itself up anymore.
An older gentleman who, other than some dirt on his robes, looks all right. Behind him, there is this massive half-orc in chain armor wielding a... You got your shield and sword out or your big sword? Riyadh.
Sword.
Big sword. Giant sword. Two-handed sword in his hands, and he's looking kind of bloody.
And sword.
Oh, shield and sword.
Shield.
Sorry, I
I've had my
misheard
shield
you.
and sword this whole time.
So he's carrying shield, sword, and then strapped to his back is this massive great sword. He's looking kind of bloody. You get the impression he's been in combat. Cog, whom you're standing next to, is a fucking mess. Like bruises, slashes on his body. His armor's kind of in tatters, like still functional, but you can tell he's been through the fucking grinder. Remus next to you is essentially... Picture a Roman legionnaire, and you got Remus. His armor's looking immaculate, if not kind of dirty. Doesn't look like he's bleeding or anything. And then near him, Avo's looking fully rested. Cloak. Think of The Witcher, and you've pretty much got Avo.
Ah, you too. You look like you've been through some troubles. Do you mind if I help you out? I can heal you.
Cog, Riyadh, I believe he was addressing you.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of help.
A heal would be appreciated.
Okay, 1 second. Remind me, is curse or cure wounds? Is that the touch? How do I check that again? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So I'm going to put my hand on Cog's shoulder, and I'm going to cast cure wounds on him.
Okay. If you just click the spell on your character sheet, it'll do it.
Well, it's asking me at what level, so I'm just going to go level 1.
Yeah. Cog, you heal for 6 points.
Oh, shit.
And then since the orc is kind of far away, I'm going to use Healing Word.
Okay. Oh, nice. Riyadh, you heal for 3 points of healing. And you guys notice, like, Amavia touches with the hand still on Cog's shoulder. How do you want it flavored? Is like your divine light, like white? Do you care what gold, like, or the color of your skin, copper?
No, it's just like it's a really like weird like lime like neon green. It looks like it would kind of be harming to you, but really it kind of just feels good.
Okay, so since Amavia is at Cog's back, Riyadh, you notice this green sickly energy coalesce around Amavia's hand and go into Cog, and you grip your weapons a little tighter thinking, oh god, and then you notice just as you're looking at Cog, the bruises fade away, the cuts start, just looks right in front of your eyes that they're healing up, no scars left at all, and all this blood that was on him kind of just sinks back into his body, and Cog's looking much better. And then right as you're noticing this, Amavia stretches out another hand, and that energy kind of shoots out from his hand and hits you in your chest, and you feel better. Not, oh yeah, you'd be 100%, way better than you did before. What are you guys doing?
It's not quite 100%, but yeah.
I'm waiting until we all decide to move out, so that way, because I'm taking point.
Cool. You guys aren't in initiative or anything, so you can move as freely as you'd like. Avo, you're on the bottom floor, by the way. Roll stealth with disadvantage because you're wearing heavy armor. Oh, wait, you're in medium? I thought you were in a chain shirt. I do believe chain is still disadvantage.
I do believe so, yes. No, not like a mouse.
Hold on.
He's fucked anyway.
Yeah, a chain shirt is technically medium in this, whereas my chain mail is heavy.
D5E armor.
Okay, hold on.
A chain
Alright.
shirt. Is it chain shirt or is it?
It should be a shirt,
Yeah,
I believe.
His is chain
It
shirt.
does not have disadvantage.
Okay, that's okay. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Sorry. Yeah, you're stealthy as fuck. You've been paying attention to Cog as he walks around and everything, and you've you've seen how his feet move and how most people move on like back to front of their foot. He more moves front to back, and as you start like stepping forward, you're noticing you're making a lot less noise. You kind of take your cloak and wrap it around you tightly so the chain links on your shirt aren't clicking or anything, and you're not making a fucking sound. Is anybody else trying to be stealthy?
Absolutely.
Cog, you absolutely. Go ahead, roll stealth.
Fuck it. Let's see what these old bones can do.
Well, that was a delay.
Oh shit. These old bones don't do.
Cog with the ones.
My arthritis can be heard miles away.
Cog, as you're just so entranced by like Avo moving so stealthy, you're thinking to yourself, let me show him how it's done. And you start taking steps, and you're paying way too much attention to him and not nearly enough on what you're doing yourself. Amadeus, your bones are like, as you're trying to like move, your like hips popping, and every time something creaks or cracks or your back's hurting, you're trying to be stealthy, but every few steps you hear Amadeus go, ah, shit. Anybody else trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it just to see if I
Have you
epically
seen
fail.
me?
I know. Disadvantage for you, Remus.
Oh shit, this is gonna be funny.
Oh God.
It's either
Remus,
a yes or yes.
It's not that bad. It could be worse.
Let's say I almost rolled the same thing twice, apparently.
Who's the only... Riyadh, go ahead and roll, because it seems like it's party-wide stealth, and if you succeed, then the party as a whole is stealthy.
Even with the...
Yeah. Well, if the party as a whole succeeds, it'd be more like as you're about to make a noise, somebody be like, shh, 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 which with a 10, that would actually be a success for the party. So, the party as a whole is successful.
Seeing as we're walking, an old man goes, and we're like, shh, shh.
So with Cog being in the middle of the group, you're going like, and then Amavia, you're pretty old too, right? Amavia, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, it's like not too old, but like definitely like a boomer for a dragon.
Okay. So you guys with Amavia and Amadeus, God, them A's are gonna get to me. Cog's kind of standing in between you guys, and every time he notices,
the A team.
yeah.
I was gonna make that joke too.
Yeah. So with him in the middle of you guys, as you're moving along, when he notices something or you guys being too loud, he'll be like, shh, shh. Or right as you're about to step wrong, he'll grab you and help you to move more stealthily. So as a whole, you guys are stealth. Okay. What do you see?
Shit.
Yep. You guys are stealth. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's
We
see
can
if
just
he
move wherever at this
sees
point, right?
you. Yep. His passive perception is garbage.
Well, he's a goblin, so.
Yeah. Let me read the medallion. It just, if shit's around, right?
Yeah, literally just
With
shits
evil
like this, just
intent,
fecal
yeah.
matter all
It's-
over.
It's shaking pretty fucking hard right now. Like clinking off of your arm or shaking.
Shit, that rattles more than my bones.
Rattle me bones!
As you say that, Cog, shh.
Oh shit!
Keep that thing from shaking, or I'll shove it up your ass.
There you go. What are you guys doing?
Maybe that's what he uses it for.
I am moving with the group forward, I guess.
The same. Well, I don't have a crossbow, but I'm moving. Okay, which way are we going?
I'm moving way up. I'm stealth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking point.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of wait for everyone to kind of pass me before I started following him.
I'm gonna be behind this sneaky fucker.
Amadeus, do you need help moving, or are you good? I don't know how well you can see.
Well, listen. You know that, like, in a rave where you gotta, like, hold your friend's hand so you don't get fucking lost?
Yeah,
That's sort of where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Cool.
Amadeus is down there just thinking to himself, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
I'm doing the same.
Oh, somebody's emitting bright light. That's gonna stop.
Who is emitting that light?
No, don't do this. No,
He says, no, don't do it. No.
don't do this. I see the problem.
Topher, I will give you the option since you do have. Oh, that'd fuck up your stealth. You have a cantrip that would let your non-seeing friends see. You also can't see in darkness either. So,
You know, I'm definitely not casting that shit.
okay. So you're like at a rave with Amadeus holding on to hands.
And I am the guy pushing forward who cannot see, so I'm like touching someone behind me, like, do I see something?
Yeah. I'm sure you all see this guy right here at this point.
Yeah.
There's
a guy off to our
So-
right.
my old eyes to see.
We're gonna kick this off and just roll initiative now, since nobody said they wanted to attack or anything. You guys could have got a surprise round, but nobody wanted to attack. Right, but nobody else attacked. So we're just gonna shoot initiative now.
May I fire random fireball?
Well, now you can't. Make sure your token is clicked when you roll initiative. I heard a shit, so I'm assuming I'm gonna have to change somebody's initiative.
I had a 14, but
Hold on,
19, bitches!
I'm getting my people.
man, I had a re-roll, damn it.
No, I'll take your original score.
Okay.
It's
With that
long
initiative
as-
roll, I literally winced thinking about all the arrows and javelins my ass is about to take.
Okay, so I need
Yes, meat shield, yes.
initiative. Amavia, you were on there correctly. Remus with a 7.
Is his name actually Amadia?
Amavia.
I had a
Amavia.
14.
Yeah.
God, this is gonna get
You got
Amadeus Amavia, good God.
What'd you say, Remus?
I thought I had a 14.
My first roll for initiative from you says 7 for Remus.
Oh, okay.
Avo
Weird.
with an 8. I don't have you in my initiative, so click your token and roll it again. There's Avo with an 8. Amadeus with a 19, which took it. Riyadh with a 6, which took it. And that should be it. So, now we will go. Bam. Oh, no, I do that wrong every fucking time. There we go. So, Amadeus, what's your dexterity modifier?
He is currently muted.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to yell at a dog.
that's okay. I just need you rolled the same as one of my creatures, so I need to know what your dex modifier is. To see
My
who goes first.
dex mod is a 3, actually. Would
It's
you
a
look at that?
+3.
It's a +3.
Holy shit! You go before he goes.
These bones rattle, but they move at speed.
Apparently, I've never heard a wizard that had a +3 to dex.
All I'm saying, it's initiative and armor for me.
So, top of the round is you, Amadeus. What are you doing?
I see.
think
this
you're
fucker.
blind as
I see
fuck.
this fucker, right?
You can see. No, it's dark. Like, because there's
It's
bright
dark.
light. No, there's bright light spilling out onto the stairs, the rest of the chamber. You can see him kinda, but not very well.
That's all I need.
That's who else is doing bright light.
All right. So, I'll see this shadowy figure in the distance. And I'll walk up a little bit behind this column.
Okay.
Do I see him a little better?
Yeah. No, because as you're poking your head around the column, yes.
Okay. I'll call. Hey, excuse me, sir. We have important. No, fuck it. I firebolt him.
Okay. Roll for firebolt. I do not think that hit. No.
I don't think that hits.
So, as you pull your hand out, your robe gets caught on this column, the staglite, and it causes your arm to swing wide, and your just firebolt whiffs into the wall right there. The goblin just enemies. He says that in Goblin. I don't think any of you. Topher, do you speak Goblin?
With that, I'm going to.
He's the only one that we don't know whether or not he speaks Goblin.
I do. I'm sorry, my phone was. Yeah, I do speak
You
Goblin.
do. So Topher speaks Goblin, so he does know that this goblin just yelled enemies in Goblin. You still have bonus action movement, Amadeus, so you just staying there where there's cover.
You know what? What's cover like here?
In water. Like deep water. Well, not that deep. There's a waterfall that. So as you look over here, this pool of water is mostly spent, and this wall is just wrecked. You get after looking at it, you can tell that there was a mechanism there to cave that wall in, and that's where all that water came from earlier. You notice that there is a similar mechanism on this wall with a lever over here that apparently never got triggered with a giant waterfall right there.
What are these walls looking like?
They're just stone stacked up, probably about 5 feet, just to keep the water from splashing over into this chamber.
So,
no mechanisms on them, though.
I, with my intelligence, would be able to quickly realize that the water will not flood where we're standing if this got triggered.
Yes.
Okay. With that, I will I will. You know what? I'll fucking hug the stalagmite like it's my fucking life, and I will.
That's 3/4 cover, so cool.
I'll take it.
Sweet.
The squishy ball, baby.
Anything else? You good?
I'm not, but let's go.
All right.
I'm going to die here today.
Goblin can't see past that because there. So. Fuck, you're really the only thing he could see. Because there's a giant pillar right here, too. So he's going to pull his short bow out. Force cover. I'm trying to see what the AC has a +5 for 3/4. And he's going to shoot with his short bow. It's a 7. So he pulls Amadeus, you kind of peek around and you see this like shadow of a creature moving something, and then as you're about to pull your head back in, right next to it, you hear or see an arrow just right into the staglite and just kind of quiver a little bit before falling to the ground because it's stone and didn't pierce through. So there's an arrow at your feet now. And then the goblin is going to... Topher, you hear this goblin shout out, "I don't know how many," in Goblin as he runs back into the chamber. With that, he's not gonna, actually, I'll go here and hold. Amavia, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 out to here. And I'm going to cast light on my mace. So everyone can
Alrighty.
see.
Perfect. How big of a radius does light give? 20-foot radius. So let me now. Let there be light. In 20 feet.
My bad.
And now the blind character should be able to see.
Holy shit, we're in a cave, guys. I don't know if you do this or not.
Did that work? Did that work for those of you who couldn't see?
I can now see behind us a little bit.
Huh?
Yes, it did extend my shit a bit. Yes.
Okay, cool. It should be 20-foot radius around Amavia, so. Because it's on his mace. Oh, you still have, that was an action. You still have bonus action and like 15 feet of movement if you want it.
I'm just gonna have my turn.
Okay. So that's Amavia's turn. Cog, you're up.
Alrighty. I think I'm just gonna sneak down here and see what the fuck is going on in there. I stay hidden though.
Roll stealth. Since you said you want to sneak.
Am I not already snuck?
Oh, yeah, if you want to use that roll from earlier. Or the party's roll. It's up to you, but it'd be your full action because you're not level 2 yet. It's up to you. If you want a different stealth roll because you said you want to sneak, I'll let you take it, but it's your action. Or you're going to use the party stealth from earlier, which is... You've seen the rolls. I'm not going to tell you how good it is, but... Or how bad it is.
Then I will.
And it seemed to be great.
Yeah.
I will roll stealth then.
All right, that's going to be your action.
Rattle me, old bones.
Oh, yeah. So, after not paying attention, like, you don't have anybody distracting you now, and you guys just see Cog just slip into the shadows and staying in the dark spots. He gets, like, even though Amavia's got it well lit, you get the feeling that if you guys didn't see him where he was and where he's going, you would not have any idea where he's at right now. Cog, that just opened up a whole bunch of shit for you.
Oh yeah. Trying to look at what I'm seeing here.
If you hold on, I will actually give you. So, sacks and crates of looted provisions are piled up in the south end of this large cave. To the west, the floor slopes toward a narrow opening that descends into darkness. A larger opening leads north down a set of natural stones. That's where you're looking up into. The roar of falling water echoing from beyond, which is in the room you're in. In the middle of the cavern, the coals of a large fire smolder. You see a giant goblinoid figure, a wolf, and a couple more buddies.
All right. And I stealthily, use hand gestures to let them know what I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as you guys are paying attention to Cog, you start seeing him putting up hand motions and everything. Most of you are military trained, so it's common sense to you. Those of you not military trained, he's using simple enough hand gestures that you get what he's saying. And you see him hold up 3 fingers, and then he makes a motion for small, and then 1 finger for big, and then another finger, and makes like a claw gesture, we'll say. Fuck it. You guys can interpret that how you feel.
Okay.
Anything else? Dragon?
like I'm still stealthed if I finish my turn here, right? I'm just gonna stand here stealthy.
As far as you know.
Well, I'm still learning the game, so I'm still trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's not exactly. I make rolls to see what can see stealth characters, and I haven't made a roll because it's not any of my creatures' turns yet. So, with a natural 20, you know you're pretty fucking stealthy, and that's about as far information I'll give on it.
It would have to be a pretty chunky roll for them to see you.
Yeah.
I'll stop there and wait to see what my friends here do.
Alrighty.
I just want to point this out. That was a nat 20, right?
Yeah, I had a nat 20.
Yeah, he is a stealthy boy.
That +6 is his modifiers, by the way, at level 1.
It's like he activated Stealth Boy from Fallout. Just
Yeah. All right, Avo, you're up. He says, "Oh Jesus." So, as you hit there, this goblin with his readied action is going to shoot at you. 17 to hit. Roll some damage. No, that may not have hit because you're considered in cover with that little nook you're in. We'll say half cover. +2 bonus. Make it hits it, right, Amadeus? If I remember correctly. So if his AC is a 17, but the creature rolled a 17, it still hits, right?
The rule of thumb in D&D is if it meets it, it beats it.
Okay, cool. So as you kind of poke your body out from this nook, this arrow comes out and slams into your shoulder, digs in, and you have an arrow quivering in your shoulder. As you hear a goblin going, You take 7 points of piercing damage. I rolled high on that. Yep, this one right here. Okay. That hits. Roll damage. For 6 piercing. As he's cackling, he's thunk, right into his stomach, and that cackle that was goes into as he looks down and this bolt is sticking out of his stomach. He's looking hurt, but not out. Nope. Alrighty. Remus, you're up.
Alright, so I move up to this point, which is 15 feet, because I cannot see past that.
Yep.
I see a goblin, and do I see Avo just got shot?
Yeah, I mean, well, you didn't see him get shot because of where you were standing, but you do see an arrow sticking out of his shoulder and him clutching it.
Okay, so that was 15, so...
And then you see this goblin clutching his stomach in obvious pain.
Yep, so that's 15. I move 10 feet forward to cover... Oh, shit. Okay.
All right, hold on. As soon as you get there, Ripper's now going to take his held action. Some of these guys had turns before you guys did.
Oh, I know.
So he's going to try to bite you. No, God, no. With a 6, nope. So as you start coming up the stairs, Ripper in anticipation lets out like a growl, and you hear, and then right as you get to the top step, he lunges at you, and you take a step back. You catch yourself so you don't fall down the stairs as this wolf's massive jaws just clamp down right in the space you were just occupying, and now he's just looking at you, hairs bristled, growling. Before you go, this goblin also had a ready action for a short bow on the first person he's seen, which is now you.
Can I take a response before you shoot me?
I can, or you can.
I look at the wolf and I say, "Oh, aren't you a cute puppy?"
He growls menacingly, like. The goblin, as that's transpiring, pulls his bow back, and as he's pulling the string back, the string snaps. He rolled a 1. Arrow falls down to his feet, and he's just cursing in goblin. That's everybody's reactions. Clark is going to yell at this point.
Wait, TJ, what did he curse in goblin? Because I could understand it.
Really? you just hear him go,
Yep.
"Stupid fucking can't even get good supplies around here," as he throws the bow at his feet.
Thank you.
I look at the guy who's cursing and I go, why to you two?
The goblin flips you off.
Okay, so let me see. What the fuck do I have?
So Clark at this point, as he sees you, just yells out, "Gonna build a throne from your bones, puny ones." And he pulls out a Morning Star.
Okay, so I'm definitely sure I had a crossbow, didn't I?
I don't know, did you?
I have crossbow bolts, and I remember
Then
selecting
you
the
had a
crossbow.
crossbow at some point.
So I'm looking for the crossbow. yeah,
You may
okay,
not.
there.
You
Wait,
probably
maybe?
don't have it equipped. Like you have it, but it's not. Where is crossbow?
I don't even see it in my thing.
I see bolts, backpack, mask.
That's what I'm like-
Hold on, I'll give you one real quick.
Okay. So I'm looking for it.
You have proficiency with crossbows? Yeah, you're a fighter. Fuck yeah, you do. I'll give you light crossbow, right? Yeah, because you damn sure ain't getting a heavy one at level 1.
Oh,
There you
but I'm
go.
a legionnaire. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, he literally pulling teeth to get me to allow that.
So I take an aim at the goblin who got shot in the gut,
Okay,
and I shoot.
go ahead and shoot. That's a miss. So, as you raise this crossbow and you pull the triggering mechanism, and and right as it is about to hit that goblin, like you're not very far away, and you're thinking, "I got this." The goblin actually doubles over in pain, as just bile and blood. One of the worst places to get injured is in your stomach or abdomen region. We have an EMT that can confirm, and just doubles over in pain. And right as he doubles over, that crossbow bolt just right over his head. Anything else, Remus?
I say in Latin. Well, they wouldn't understand, but to the DM, I'd be like, fucking Centurion didn't actually, didn't zero this damn thing.
Okay.
And then I end my turn.
Alrighty. Such a big bugbear's turn.
Yeah.
So you guys actually see Clog pushes this goblin out of his way as he moves forward.
Does he take emotional damage?
The goblin, maybe a little bit. You actually see that as he shoves him out of the way, this goblin's in too much pain, but you see this goblin over here just glaring at him as he's still I can't believe you walked into my den. Gets right up next to you, and you can see him clutch this morning star, and the veins on his arm that's holding it is just bulging out. Oh, that's gonna hurt. 19 hits, right?
Yeah, that does.
You're lucky it wasn't with advantage, because I rolled a 20 on the off one. And this morning star just swings towards you, and he catches you straight in the chest with it. The spikes spear into you. You take 8 piercing damage.
Ooh.
And it just makes just this dull thump as it hits you, and he's I'm gonna have bones for that throne.
Oh, I am not feeling good now.
Yeah, that was a meaty hit. So that is. Go ahead.
I yell back, "Blood for the blood god!"
And Clark's gonna yell at you and go, "Who dares defy Clark?" Riyadh, you're up. Riyadh.
Yeah. I was changing my.
You push talk, little bitch. Come on now.
Oh,
Listen
little
here,
bit.
fucker. Alright, that was 15.
You're gonna
But-
fuck her? What?
You gonna fuck her?
I'll fuck her right in the pussy.
Maybe.
That'll be a charisma check.
Twitch ban incoming.
yeah. Oh well. I've heard worse. I've heard much worse. And there's like nowhere for me to go up here.
Let's just assume that the Legionnaire is kind of hurt.
I mean, you could stand there and hit. You can't occupy the same space as an ally, though. Come on, what you doing?
Is that a standable spot right there?
Where-
I'm gonna
yeah,
give
yeah,
Remus
right there, yeah.
my. Oh no, never mind. I'm just gonna sit here, look at Remus, and tell him shield wall.
He sees me like was it hurtingly like nod?
Okay. Are you going here to do up a shield wall?
Do I have enough movement for that? I only have 30.
Where were you? Where were you? Click on which square you were at.
How do I mark it? I forget.
Just push and click and hold, yeah.
Like there? I can't see the squares right now.
Yeah, you
I
still got
think
5 feet. You still got 5 feet.
Okay, so
if you moved how I just moved. Technically, because you can move through spaces. Like, you could move through Amavia space because, like, remember last time, if it's a spot an ally occupies, they would move aside for you and everything. So if you were right there, that'd be 5, 10, 15, 20. From where you were, that's 25 where you're at now. Are you wanting to take the dodge action or the help action for Remus? What's going on? I heard shield wall. That to me tells me dodge action. Or are you actually taking your action to try to hit him?
No, I'm trying to fortify our position here.
Sounds like dodge action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our party members can get into position to assist.
Dodge action, but it actually looks like we're trying to hit.
Yeah. So the rest of you behind see Riyadh come up, and him and Remus obviously said shield wall, and you see just this Roman legionnaire and Riyadh both bring their shields up, link them together, and plant themselves on these steps and are holding firm, making sure nothing comes out.
Maybe I won't die.
Anything else from you, Riyadh?
That's all I got.
Alrighty, Amadeus, you're up. Can I draw a dick in my other room again?
We will move forward just a little bit, and behind this cover, and we're gonna firebolt once more to the bugbear.
Ready?
And
For an 11, as
you know,
reach your hand. What?
Fuck it. We're holding on to your inspiration for later.
I was about to say, Riyadh, you also have inspiration from last session. I forget. So you're holding it. You don't want to use it, Yeryemya?
No, I won't.
Okay. So hand up, firebolt comes out, and it actually hits the inside of Riyadh and Remus's shields that are interlinked. You got the height a little bit wrong, so your companion just about scorched. You guys, a little bit of your hair scorch as the firebolt shoots past you and splashes the inside of your shields. Being trained in military men, you hold on to it though, but you both kind of glare back like, the fuck, dude?
Fucking mages.
Hold on. That's crazy. Amadeus, anything else? Movement, bonus. I don't think you have really any bonus actions yet that aren't used as like reactions.
Man, no, that's it. I'm just gonna hug this pillar and call it a fucking day.
Alrighty. Goblins. Is this one with the bolt in his stomach? Can't see Riyadh because he's behind like a cave thing. He's going to shoot at Remus. Yeah. Can't really see Avo. 10 doesn't hit you. Hey, you got to be quiet, baby. 10 doesn't hit. He pulls the string of his short bow, and just that bolt sends like a gush of pain through him. And before he's even got the bow pulled back all the way, his arm goes weak and the arrow falls down to his feet, and you just hear him go, easily. That one's looking really fucking rough. This one will attempt to shoot Riyadh, who came up and interlinked shields. Short bow with disadvantage because of the dodge action. Why are my dice not working? Yeah. So that with a disadvantage is still a 17. Doesn't hit. You have your shield up. Yep. So you see. Oh wait, which goblin was that? This one? No, that was this one. This one. That one's strings broke. Arrow comes back, releases, and you feel just a vibration on your shield, and everybody hears a ting as the arrow hit the shield dead center and bounced off. This one's just gonna move right here because he can't shoot with a broken bow. Ripper's turn. It's going to make another bite attack on Remus because he's right there. God, I'm rolling low. A 9 misses as these shields are just right in the middle of the entryway. The wolf's trying to like get underneath the shield to start biting at ankles. And Remus, as you notice this, you just bring your shield down on its head. It doesn't do any damage, but it's enough to make the wolf and back up a little bit and then go back.
So
hair bristling.
So for clarification, I am like holding a fucking Scudum, which is that big tower shield.
Okay.
So like just for flavor.
Also, yeah. All right, cool. So instead of him coming underneath, because if you were locking shields, it would be on the ground. We'll just say that the wolf lunged at you, got onto the tower, and you just shoved it straight off of your shield.
I'm good.
All right, Amavia, you're up.
All right, I'm going to move to here. All right, now can I see? Fuck, I can't really see any of these people, can I?
If you can see anything in the room, that is what you're meant to see. If you can't see anything,
I'm just saying, like, because one of Remus is in the way, so I wouldn't be able to like hit the bugbear in front of him.
No. Clark's huge. This thing's like 8-9 feet tall.
Oh,
like it is.
so
he's at the top of stairs. Like Riyadh and Remus are like at the top of a set of stairs, and Clark's just towering over them.
All right. Well, I'm going to just try to shoot him with a sacred flame.
Oh. It's your last spell slot. Oh no, that's cantrip, isn't it?
Oh, my bad. Yeah. So it's a DC 12.
Okay. Character sheet, DC,
What the fuck?
30. I don't know. Somebody's playing with stuff. Oh, fucking natural 1. So,
Well, it did 4 radiant.
Is that double
same.
damage?
Huh?
Is that double damage if you got a nat 1?
No, unfortunately.
Oh.
Just he failed spectacularly. Is your sacred flame the same color as your heels? Just sickly green.
Oh yeah.
You guys, Remus and Riyadh especially, Clark's just standing there with the Morning Star in his hand, looking like he's getting ready to hit again. And right as he swings that back, you guys hear Amavia chant something under his breath, and these just sickly green flames in a column just right from his feet all the way up to the ceiling, and then just go away. And you actually see Clark's fur kind of smoldering in spots, and he's as he's patting himself out, thinking the flames are still there. He takes 4 damage.
And then with the rest of that movement, I'm just gonna kind of dip back over here.
Yep.
And that's it for me.
Cool. Cog, you're up.
Alrighty. So I am going to move up here so that I'm 20 feet away, and I'm going to throw a couple of daggers at this bastard.
And with you being right there next to Amadeus, that gives you sneak attack. And you were still stealth. You haven't taken an action yet, have you?
Correct.
So that is daggers with advantage.
And I get 2, right?
You throw one, and then bonus action, you can throw the other. So 17 hits. Roll damage with sneak attack for the first dagger. Oh, damn. Still not bad, though. As you throw out your dagger, and it just... As he's still patting himself out, he goes to move to his chest, and his hand goes right near his heart, right as a dagger slinks into his offhand and sticks there, and he's just... And he's looking up, and he's looking pissed as he takes 7 damage. You can roll your second dagger if you'd like.
Doing that.
19 hits, roll damage, no sneak attack because you don't get it on your second attack. for 5 piercing damage. As he's yelling out and looking at his hand, he looks up, and the second dagger shoots past him and draws a deep line and deep wound on the side of his neck, and just right past him. Takes 5 damage from that. Your daggers are now in this room, by the way. He goes to that, and you guys just seen your rogue friend do a shit ton of damage to this thing. Anything else, Cog?
No, I think I'm good.
Alrighty. Avo, you're up. Okay. Alrighty, take a shot. Load your crossbow, and you're aiming up. And as you're aiming up, big target, you shoot, and he's kind of dancing around now, having taken all this damage. And he sees you raise that crossbow, and right as you pull the trigger, he kind of steps off to the side, and it just shoot right past him. Alrighty. Remus, you're up.
I go ahead and take second wind.
Nice.
So I clicked it. Is it going to give me anything?
It should do it for you.
Maybe I have to click the other one. Maybe that one?
They should, just like on your features, if you just literally click the one that's in red that says second wind.
Yeah, I clicked it, but it just expanded it, is all it did.
So what you do is there's like a little chat bubble that'll be next to it when you hover over it. Like the chat bubble.
There you go.
I didn't see
Just
what
roll. Just roll one. Just slash roll 1d10.
I can't, because apparently the chat is not working for me anymore.
Well, reload. Roll 20 then.
To the left, if you're on a computer, there's that the dice like roller to the left.
Oh yeah, that too. It looks like a d20, and then you can click just a d10, and if you click it, it'll roll it. Yes, sir.
In about 20, I'm going to bounce for 15.
That's going to be the perfect time for us to take a break.
Right on.
Because I think that's about how long this is going to take.
Okay, so I'm back.
Just, is your chat box working?
Yeah.
Just type out slash roll space 1d10 and then hit enter. Oh, you got like pretty much the max. So with your fighter levels +1, you regain 10 points of health.
10 points of health,
Yep.
which I was
your max was 13, so your max was 13.
Back to full health.
Yep.
Okay. Hang on.
And so you guys see like Remus kind of plants his feet again and he's still bleeding in spots and everything, but he just looks like it's the beginning of the day for him, and he's just rip-roaring and ready to fucking go. Is that a bonus action or an action?
That is a bonus action.
Oh, cool. So you still have your action. What would you like to do?
I proceed to look at the big guy and decide I want to kill big guy.
Okay.
So I am going to roll for an attack with short sword.
Cool. Make an attack. 13. As you stab out with your sword, he brings his hand and literally just swats your hand aside that's holding the short sword. It goes wide and bangs off of Riyadh's shield. And he's looking. Nice try, puny one. It's my turn. Is that it for you? Are you moving?
I look at him and I say, "You may be big, but I'm pretty sure you're smaller than my sword."
Let's test it. Are you done with your turn?
I am done.
Cool, because it's Clark's turn, and he's going to swat at you with a fucking Morning Star for that.
He says no.
There's no.
Yeah, that's a 20. So,
Oh,
He said
not a natural 20, just a 20 to hit.
So is our shield wall not giving him any help here?
No, because he didn't take the dodge action. He took the attack option. I can take a screenshot of this if you'd like, if you don't believe me, but as this morning, so
I have no faith in our DM.
You see him brace up and just puny one, and swings with all of his might. His Morning Star crashes into your chest. You feel ribs breaking, and as your ribs are breaking, one of the spikes punctures your lung as you take 14 piercing damage and fall down unconscious.
I am currently down.
Riyadh, you just see this massive hit from Clark hit him in the chest, and Riyadh just crumples to his feet. And Clark goes, ha 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 ha! Puny one in a short sword, and he spits down at your body. Ha! Fucking weakling. Riyadh, you're up.
Seeing him crumple to the ground, I quickly grab him with one of my hands and give him 2 lay of hands.
Nice. You heal up to 2 hit points as you stumble back up to your feet, breathing very heavily, wheezing as there's still a puncture in your lung from the massive damage. You're just... It's not disadvantage, it's just flavor.
I just say in Latin, legionnaires never die to barbarians.
Clark actually raises an eyebrow, and he goes, huh, maybe you're tougher than I thought. Anything else, Riyadh?
I flip them off.
Nope, that was my action, and I have no
You
bonus
really want
action.
to keep pissing this thing off?
As long as if I die, I'm fine. As long as the party survives.
Yeah. All right, Riyadh, you said you're good.
Yep, that was literally all the action that I...
Yeah. Amadeus, you're up.
Finish him.
Oh, Amadeus, it is not your day, huh?
Hold on.
Why is your screen name Big Dick Amadeus?
Don't worry about it. I have 5 to that.
Oh, then you guys notice, like, he puts his arm out and this firebolt streaks out, and it looks like it's going wide again, and then Amadeus's eyebrows scrunch down and he concentrates, and you guys see this thing swerve back onto course and hit Clark dead in his chest. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, that's a good hit for 7 fire damage. As Clark's fur once again roars in, he's a hairy thing, roars into fire. He starts patting himself out again as he takes 7 damage. He's looking pretty rough now.
Yeah, that's right. Get fucked, bitch.
He's stay there, little one. I'm coming.
If you can make it, little hole.
At that is the goblin's turn, who now notice Clark hurt very badly. This one's gonna move here and attack Clark with his scimitar. Whatever. As Cog's probably like aneurysming right now. The goblin, his scimitar bites into the back of Clark's calf. And you hear Clark go, "Ugh," and he turns around. What are you doing? As he tries to smack him away, the goblin is actually going to use his bonus action, disengage. He already moved 10, so he can get to right there. And he moves. This goblin moves here. Attack. Scimitar. Roll, damn it. Oh, that misses. As he goes to swing, but you guys notice his hand shaking real bad, and then he just goes, ah, in goblin. So, Amavia, you're the only one that hears this. He goes, ah, fuck it, and drops the scimitar and runs this way and then drops down. This goblin, being so hurt, isn't even going to fuck around, and he's going there. And that's the goblin's turn. Ripper's going to try to bite Remus because he's right there. Oh no. Ripper's gonna turn. Yeah. He's gonna go after the goblins that just tried to attack his master. So he takes a step. Remus, attack of opportunity with your short sword.
No.
Just click your. Did you say no?
But fuck, fine.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm figuring I can, knock out the dog.
Okay. So no attack?
Can it be non-lethal attack?
Yeah, absolutely. What's his AC? Nope. As you go to swing down and you hesitate at the last minute because you're apparently a huge lover of animals. And at that point, Ripper's gone from your reach. He then attacks Goblin that is already heavily wounded because he's smart. Yeah. So you guys see this wolf just take this goblin as it's trying to flee, pounces on him from behind, jaws come locked down on its head, and just crunch, and the goblin stops moving. As he's just growling away. Amavia, you're up.
He did.
All right, I'm going to actually move right here. I'm going to try to Sacred Flame him again.
Okay.
So a DC 12.
Dex. Another natural one. I could literally take pictures of this. It's fucking hilarious. Natural one. So for 6 damage, how do you want him to die? Pretty much.
Basically, the Sacred Flame, as it's super green, and I actually aim towards his face. And instead of singeing him, it mostly suffocates him to death, and it goes in his lungs, and it's kind of like a burning, but it just mostly suffocates him.
As he described that, you see Clark just put his hands up to his throat, and he's and he drops down to a knee, and as his mouth opens, you just see smoke coming out of it and then falls on the ground, not moving.
Okay, and then with my bonus, because we're still in combat, right? Because
yeah.
Rippers. Yeah. Okay, with my bonus action, I'm going to Cure Wounds on Remus right in front of me.
I don't think you have any more spell slots, my friend.
It says that 3.
No, you used 2 before combat started, and you're not technically level. Yeah, so you don't have any spell slots.
I got you. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just move back to where I was then.
Okay. Cog, you're up.
Alrighty. All right. So basically, we just have to kill the wolf or save the wolf. Son of a bitch.
That's it. You can possibly convince me because we already did save 3 wolves.
We could. Yeah, this fucker.
It's gonna eat us alive if we don't kill this thing. Are you okay with me attacking it?
Fuck this wolf up, Cog!
I look at him and I say, I'd prefer not to kill it, but do what you have to. As you see me bleeding.
Okay.
Bleeding profusely, wheezing, barely able to talk.
Alright, then I'm gonna move down here, and I'm gonna go for a rapier attack.
Okay. The rapier.
Is that a sneak attack or not?
It will be because Remus is within 5 feet of you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
As long as you have an ally within 5 feet of you, buddy, you get sneak attack.
Alright, here we go.
Won't be advantage, but... And unfortunately, your rapier comes out, and Ripper, even though he's more focused on the goblins, his little butt's a wagging, and you would aim for the middle of his back, and he kind of moved off to the side, and you just stab at air. Can't seem to hit him. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I don't have much else I can do.
Oh, not second level you will be.
Yeah.
Avo, you're up. Clark's space is considered difficult terrain because he's pretty big, and so that's an... Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter to you. You just step over his body like it's just another fucking step. Okay. Pew pew. Oh, if only you had advantage. The crossbow bolt just shoot right over top of him. You didn't have the height right and sinks into the stalagmite right here. Anything else? Okay. Remus.
I'm pretty sure I don't have any health kits or anything, so I go up to here.
No, fall back, you shit.
And I take the dodge action.
You doing what?
I take the dodge action.
Okay, so you're gonna stand next to him, take the dodge action.
Yep, I ready my shield.
Okay. So shield in front, dodge action. Riyadh, you're up. He says, "Live, you shit."
Hey, I have protection style. I can protect people.
I know. Remember, moving past Clark's body is an extra foot of movement, or extra 5 feet, because it's difficult terrain. He a big, beefy boy. So to get to that square is actually 15 feet.
Fat shame.
Right.
You can't really fat shame something that's dead.
Well, yeah.
Move next to the wolf, looking at Cog still likely, and I ready up. Why am I scrolling? Oh, it's because I'm in controls, but push to talk. And I let out a slice with my longsword.
Slicey slice. Wow, you guys are rolling shitty.
Your rolls are rubbing off on us. Stop.
You go to like stab it down onto him, and he's just too nimble, and your sword deflects off the stone. Ting! Anything else?
Nope. I remain here at the ready.
Right, Amadeus, you're up. Yeah, you guys killed like the big ass bugbear, but yeah, can't kill the fucking wolf. Cool.
Little did we know that the DM just changed the RNG generator.
Right.
Burn, you hound, burn!
Oh, that hits.
Die!
Oh, is that max? Almost max.
Almost.
So
he fucking
lifts his hand up and shoots the firebolt, streaks right past your shoulder, Remus. And then as it gets over the wolf, you just see this firebolt like stop and then just drop right onto the wolf. And you guys are thinking, wow, this is pretty fucking cool. And it just whoosh, the wolf's fur becomes ignited. He's smoking and he's as he kind of crouches down.
Sorry.
And he's hurting.
You couldn't have done that before.
I did not.
I just got here.
I thought he was hacking.
Anything else, Amadeus?
I don't have any bonus action. I bonus action pat Ava on the back. Say, good job, buddy. Good job.
Nice. Goblin's turn. He's dashing.
He runs.
Fine.
That goblin is certainly dashing.
Oh shit.
And with that, almighty DM, take control of my character. I will be back.
Yes, sir. He can get to there. That goblin's dead, so he doesn't matter. Ripper's turn.
Severely zones out after casting that spell.
You guys notice Ripper. He's staring at the shield, and he's looking off to his left at Cog, who was stabbing with his rapier, and then looks over towards Riyadh, who was trying to stab down at him, and he's... And he's going to take the disengage option, so he doesn't take opportunity attacks. He goes here, there.
He was going to roll people handling and try to befriend us.
Poof. You guys notice this chimney that's right here. Ripper jumps down, and from that chamber, you hear the chains start rattling again. And instead of Ripper growling, you're now hearing more growling and barking and agitation. That was Ripper's
No,
turn.
my puppies!
Amavia, you're up.
All right, I'm going to move in here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Is there... There's nothing in here that I can see. So yeah, I'm just going to end my turn.
Okay. Cog, you're up.
Well, shit. You said that's a chimney?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a ledge that jumps down into the wolf's den, which you guys didn't really explore before to know that you could climb up into this way. So the wolf just pretty much took it as an escape route. If you go up to the edge of it, you might get some more information, but from where you're standing right now, you just seen a wolf leap off of there.
Okay. So, but it goes down, right?
Yes.
Is there anything around that I can, like, dislodge and push down there to prevent them from coming back? And that way he doesn't have to die, but we also don't have to either?
Make an investigation check
Investigation check. Let me see.
as you look around the room. I'll say that's your bonus action. You look around, there's small pebbles other than like the goods that are over here. There's like a bunch of stat crates and everything. They've got a stamp of a lion. It's like a shield, but with a lion stamped on the shield on the crates. Other than that, there's really nothing big enough you could see that would block that.
Damn.
I mean, you could try to pile it up if you wanted, but it would take time.
Yeah, no, I was hoping to, like...
No, I got you. I know what you were trying.
Crap. I mean, like, I guess I'm going to take this opportunity to get my daggers back from that body.
Okay.
Does that require my action?
No, that's free action to pick stuff up. I'm not going to make you waste your action on that. So you pick your daggers up.
Shit. I feel like I should go down there and kill him, but I feel like there's more down there.
I mean, you seen this wolf like jump pretty far out. So, I mean, take that as you will.
What do you think, guys? Should we go after it, or?
I look at him and I say, there's three of the wolves down there. I didn't care if you guys killed that one, but at least leave one of them.
I feel like if an injured wolf went down there, the rest are going to come for us.
For you guys. I made friends.
Uh-huh. Well, fuck it. I'm just going to hide then. I'm going to stealth.
Okay, so before we go any further, party consensus. Are you guys letting these wolves be, or is anybody plan on attacking it? I'll let you go, and you're next in the combat order anyway. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Shit. Avo, yeah. I need to add these guys. Now they'll act on rippers. Okay. Avo, you're up. No. Unless you want to stealth. You're at the top of a ledge that looks like it goes down about 15, 20 feet. Ripper is standing in front of the wolves, and they are all growling and barking and thrashing around. All of four of them looking up at you, looking like they're at the ready.
Damn it.
No attacking? Okay. So, since it's been like 3 rounds, I'm going to say that the chains that were holding them have now broke because they've been agitated that much. I am going to roll initiative for them. Oh, God. Terrible. Wolf's at a... Okay, so they would move up to... there. Okay. Anything else, Avo? You want to actually ready an action, so if a wolf comes up, you're just going to stab or shoot? You'd be at disadvantage if it came right here. Like it, because it would have to like jump up and okay, yeah. So stabby action, ready. All right, Remus, you're up.
So, would be an action, bonus action to de-head or behead the.
That's going to be a full action. That's a meaty ass thick neck. So you're talking about cutting off Clark's head?
Yeah. I say to people, don't forget the head, as I point to the bugbear. And I go up here. And, okay, so what will you allow me to do? Because I want to do a dodge ready action, but I also want to see if I can calm them down.
The dodge is a full action. You can try to calm them with a bonus action, but I'm going to let you know right now their alpha is right in front of them.
But you could say I wouldn't have a disadvantage because I've at least calmed them down before, so they recognize me.
Their alpha is right in front of them.
So
that's as much information as I'm giving you. Their alpha's in front of them.
So I do ready the dodge action, and I use a bonus action to try to calm them down.
Animal handling check.
Okay.
With disadvantage. You start making the same kind of shing motions that you did before, and all of their heckles are still raised and they're still growling. Animal Kingdom, man. They're wolves. Like, they have a pack mentality and their alphas there. Riyadh, you're up.
I'm sorry, I'm having like an internal fucking laughter right now.
I want one of these damn wolves, damn it!
Riyadh, do you plan on attacking the wolf? Because it's their turn next, and something's gonna happen if. It's like, are you attacking or?
Oh yeah, sure. Just let me jump down the 15-foot ledge.
yeah.
That sounds fucking phenomenal.
So you good then? If you're not attacking, they're running. Like they're out.
No, I'm going to be 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to back off and start looking the other direction because either they're going to run a circle around and bite us in the ass, or I'm going to be giving chase regardless to see what's going on down there.
Okay. So go ahead and move. Ready to action, anything like that? Riyadh?
Yeah. If anything comes close to me, I'm going to swing at it if it's an enemy.
Okay. Wolves' turn. They're bouncing the fuck out. Dashing. Yeah, they're going to be able to get away. Okay, so at that, combat initiative, we're going to say is over. The wolves have fled. Ripper's there.
Well, damn it.
There'll be other times. It's just how it shook out this time.
At least we didn't have to kill any of them.
Right. As combat's over, Amadeus is going to look at you guys and go, I'm going to be terrible at his accent.
He's a good one. It's going to be hard.
Yemek now has friends in his room.
He's pretty much going to relay to you guys that the two goblins that fled are now in the chamber with the goblin that was holding Sildar Hallwinter hostage. And with that, we're going to take like a 10-15 minute break because I need to smoke.
Yep, sounds good. We'll grab some tea and then continue chatting with people.
Cool.
Righty.
All right, well, I'll see you guys in like 10 minutes.
At least we didn't have to kill any of them. Honestly, the only one we killed was the bugbear. Anyone still there?
Yo, Cog, what's up, buddy? He's probably not there.
Let's say there's not many people there right now.
Hello. Who wants to see a fucking 6'4", 275-pound pissed off half-orc jump off a 15-foot ledge and slaughter animals?
They're already gone.
I know. That's why I'm saying it now, because now it's not fucking meta. Just imagine that happening. I'm just like, that's probably gonna hurt like fuck, first of all. Because I've fallen 15 foot in real life before, and it's not fun. Fucking hurts. I didn't break anything or sprain anything, but it didn't feel good.
No, they weren't going to come for us.
It was a 15-foot sheer drop. They weren't coming back up.
Yeah, that's why I got into the dodge action. Nah, more than likely because he jumped out and they were aggroed. Yeah, that was basically them running after the goblins or leaving. Which would have been interesting to see them charge after the goblins and then we get there and then just everyone's dead. Just like, those wolves did us a favor after all, I guess. True. They did us a favor and a disfavor. Yeah. 9 months before I was born, I went to a party with my dad and left with my mom. That's fucked.
Kind of worked out there where we didn't really kill any of the goblins. The wolf did it.
Yeah, the wolf did it, and
So the deal might be on.
oh, the deal was still on. He'll be like, well, one of the friends didn't make it. We're like, hey,
It
Alright.
pissed off a wolf.
be like,
No,
hey,
we didn't kill him. The wolf did it. We didn't kill him. The goblin.
you said for us not to kill them. We didn't.
We didn't kill him. Doesn't mean we weren't gonna let it die. We were busy fighting the big boy. What do you want?
So apparently my girlfriend is getting pissed because I was ignoring her for D&D.
Sounds like a personal problem.
What'd you say?
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, because I'm like, she's like, not gonna lie, kind of pissing me off. I'm like, baby, you're gonna see me fucking tomorrow!
You're kind of pissing me off having one night every 2 weeks with the boys. Oh my god. Like, it's literally one night every 2 weeks. What the fuck? I wonder. Go ask. Where have we heard this before? What was her name? Started with a B.
My girlfriend just plays with me. She operates
Oh,
the mouse.
that's how it should be. If you're gonna be mad about it, just join in. Like, it doesn't have to be just for the boys. Like, we're all adults. Let's just fucking hang out and have fun. Fuck.
Yeah, my girlfriend operates the mouse.
It's a fine one you got there.
The mouse.
The mouse.
It's a masturbation joke. Never mind.
She knows how to drive 5-speed. And this is how you get banned from Twitch.
Are you still streaming?
Well, yeah, we're gonna be streaming the whole session. The next, like, hour and a half, depending on however long the session lasts. Me neither.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you.
Did you get that link, by the way, and send it out?
I did.
Okay.
I
Apparently,
mean, if you
no
want to
one.
get banned from Twitch, we can talk in depth about what I do for a living.
No, no,
Yeah.
we're not talking about your porno adventures.
I remember those conversations.
Right. Phandelver, I'm so glad you joined, by the way. Are you having fun?
Yeah, buddy.
Sweet. I've literally been friends with this guy since kindergarten.
Yeah, I've known TJ for a long time.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and he's gonna be out for like another 5 to 10 or so, I think.
That's okay. I'm gonna put you guys back where you were. You're not in combat. You're in a chamber that's got a bunch of crates and stuff to look through if you want.
That's probably what we'll be doing.
You're not in combat, so feel free to move freely.
I'll be right back. I was snacking on Cheetos. Now I look like I give Trump a blowjob, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Where at?
I
Looks like a
prepared.
sleeping mat.
That's a sleeping mat.
Your boys are done. Yeah.
Oh, welcome back. Oh, we all literally just got back. I will tell you one thing that did happen while you were gone. Your Raven has told you that there are now friends in the room with Yeryemya. The 2 goblins that were with you guys have fled to that chamber and are now standing next to Sildar and Yeryemya.
Lovely.
They are not attacking or anything and seem to be talking amongst themselves in Goblin.
Perfect. Alright. Sorry.
Okay. You're going through the bed mat. As you start ruffling through it, make a Constitution saving throw. So as you start like ruffling through this bed and you pull up this just dead wolf pelt that wasn't skinned properly and still like gory and bits of sinew and everything still on it, you lift it up and this foul stench hits you that just smells like rotting animal meat and just bugbear sweat and feces. And your stomach rumbles, and then you just as you puke everywhere from the smell. Yeah.
Sounds like a party in there.
On seeing someone puke, I puke as well.
So, Cog, you see Avo just retching everywhere, and then you just make Constitution saving throw. Let's see if you can keep it down.
Hold on.
Lovely.
Yeah, you just bend over, as you just start puking too, because it was at disadvantage because somebody else was puking, and you said you would.
All right.
I was away.
Are they covered in their own vomit?
They like their shoes are like they puke at their feet. But
I'll prestidigitate, clean their shit.
okay.
So, quick question. What did I miss? I was away.
Avo attempted to search the sleeping quarters right here of Clarg and lifted up the dead carcass, like wolf pelt that Clarg uses as a blanket that was not cleaned properly, and with just the stench of it and everything, caused him to throw up.
You know,
caused
Avo,
Clarg
you
to
can
throw
just
up.
ask me to deal with this shit, and I'll clean the wolf pelt.
Okay.
I'm gonna search the big fucker before taking his head.
Okay, you're searching Clarg?
What?
Okay, Clarg has a Morning Star on him, 2 javelins, and 5 gold.
I take that 5 gold.
Okay. Cog, are you rifling through all the boxes and stuff?
Oh, wait.
Make an investigation check.
Clickety.
Yeah, easy enough. So as you start rifling, you notice that these boxes and everything, again, have that stamp of a shield with a lion on the cover on every single one of these boxes. As you start moving stuff aside and peeking around, you move one of the boxes aside, and you notice a chest that doesn't seem to have a lock on it, with the lid slightly open.
Oh, it's the Helm of Domination. I'm looking inside.
Okay, so as you open it and you look into it, you notice the chest. I hope somebody's got notes up right now, right? So they can, because I'm about to read everything that's in this chest.
Who's note, bitch?
Who's taking notes? Somebody. Otherwise, I'm going to start reading. You have them, Keith? All right, so as you peer in, there are 600 copper pieces, 110 silver pieces, 2 potions that have red liquid in them, a statuette of a frog with what looks to be golden orbs for eyes. It is small enough to fit in a pouch. That's what's in the chest.
That's everything?
As you're still rifling through boxes and stuff and you start opening them, there's weapons, provisions, bedrolls, shields, things like that. Just general goods type stuff.
Alrighty. Should we split up this, what's in here, guys? I mean, like, I'm checking through, so I'm thinking that little statuette, I'm gonna stuck that in my bag when nobody's looking.
Sleight of hand to see if anybody sees you try to tuck this away.
Son of a bitch.
Passive, let's see. Remus doesn't see it. Amavia, you notice him tuck something in his pouch. So do you, Avo. So do you, Amadeus. Riyadh, you're too far away to see what the fuck's going on.
Isn't it dark in here? How do they see anything?
There's a bonfire right there.
I have
right here.
I also can't
And-
light on my mace.
And he's got a light cantrip.
And his mace is glowing brighter than my tape.
Yeah. This
I was
is
about
a
to say, I'm also
well-lit
right
room.
next to him.
Yeah. You guys got that. What do you guys?
I just slip it right in my bag.
Anybody saying anything?
And now, unfortunately, I did miss what the fuck you said.
Oh, for what was in there?
Yeah, what did I see in there? And yes, I will get my ass up there.
The crates have the shield stamp on it that's got a lion on the shield. You'll understand later. And it's just general provisions, swords, shields, things you would find in like a normal trading shop, things like that. Inside the chest was 600 copper pieces, 110 silver, 2 potions of red liquid, and this statuette of a frog with tiny golden orbs for eyes. But it was super small.
You said copper pieces, and I immediately thought of my other campaign. My cleric, he found a golden tooth of Midas.
Ooh.
He ripped his own tooth out, put it in there, and now I can bite down on any copper coin and turn it to gold.
Holy God.
Once per day.
Broken as fuck.
But once per day.
Once
Oh,
per day,
once
that's
per
still
day.
1
and
gold.
Yeah.
It's cursed though. Isn't that I can only
Oh.
taste gold?
Oh man.
So it's whatever.
So you only taste gold when you eat food?
Yeah, everything's gold. I only taste gold.
Worse.
Whatever.
It'd be like
Since-
drinking blood at that point. May as well be
I'm
a
a
vampire.
dwarven
So it's
forge
metallic taste
cleric.
in your mouth.
It's like this is perfect.
Are you guys taking these boxes with you? Because, like, with the amount of people here and the strength of some of your party, you guys could take these boxes and stuff and put it on your wagon if you'd like.
I suggest we cut that head off and go deal with the others. By the way,
That
the
as
Raven says that the
I
goblin
already
is
did
next
that.
door.
I grabbed that.
Ah,
Yeah,
perfect.
the head's already been chopped off. You
Well-
can add one Clark head to your inventory, Keith.
Well, let's go. Now, here's my question: where's the other guy?
What other guy?
Wasn't there two of them?
Two of what?
Of the our masters.
How much does the Clark head weigh?
Like 5 pounds. It's a big head. Masters. There was only one. There was only one bugbear in the room.
No. The people who hired us. Wasn't there two of them?
Our patron.
Ah,
Our
yes,
patrons. That's a better word. Our patrons.
yes, there was.
Where's the other one?
Make an investigation check.
No, DM. I'm just kidding. I demand. Demand to know. Damn it.
That's a really good one. You're looking around, and no signs of a dwarf in here at all.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now before we continue, I have to ask: what is everyone's morals here?
Don't give out straight up alignment. Just role play it
Hey.
like. Gotcha.
What's good for you is good for me.
Anyone else here have problems with me brutally mutilating some goblins in order to find where our friends are?
I don't give a fuck.
I look at him and I say, I do what I have to survive. I understand.
guys
So no
are-
one's got it. All
So
right.
you guys are pretty much discussing whether everybody cool with torture.
Anyone cool? Anyone have a problem with torturing of the sentients?
Can I hide in the corner and masturbate while you do it?
You do whatever you want, young
And
man.
this is how Twitch fans us. Good.
Is there an
good.
OnlyFans?
So this is
Yeah.
what this is what I have schemed. We're gonna take the head, we're gonna free our man, and then we're gonna slaughter the two lesser goblins, grab the one that apparently knows everything. We'll drag him up to the water or to the fucking waterfall, and we'll waterboard him until he tells us where.
Alright, but before we do that, can we try this the way that I was initially going about this? See
Yeah,
if we
fuck
can
it.
get more out of this deal?
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm sure we could get some information out of them.
If it goes south,
Yeah.
listen, my notes would love to see what a drowning goblin sounds like.
Hey, look, I'm all for drowning these motherfuckers once we save our patron here, just to find out what's going on. If they don't go along with what I want. Which is,
Good.
we
That
didn't get
sounds better.
to tell the
I said-
others about this.
I said we go get our boss back and then just slaughter him for a good measure.
We need to have a slight discussion here, because you guys don't know the full extent of the deal that we were trying to make. Only myself and Amadeus know.
Yeah. Yeah, so fill them in, if you will, of what we're going to attempt.
So, the initial deal was for us to come in here and kill this big
Fine.
fucker over here, take his head and give it to him, and not kill his little buddies that ran off to God knows where.
God knows
Good
where
news
being the same chamber as Yemek, as the Raven has
Yes.
told you.
As
Well,
and those two are
Amadeus.
with the others, yes.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
what.
The good news being, we did not kill any of his friends. The wolf did it. So we have held up to our word crazy well at this point.
Which is a miracle. I mean, yes, we did.
Kill anything other than what we intended to kill, which is amazing for us. Let's be
I'll be
honest.
like, it wasn't for a lack of trying, though.
No, you guys pretty much all focused on Clark. Like,
I mean, I did try and hit the first goblin, but
I tried to hit it too.
We didn't kill it. That's all that matters. We didn't kill it, but that's neither here nor there. The point being, and I ended up renegotiating a little bit. We might end up getting free passage through this area if this guy becomes the chief through here. So he'll leave our interests alone through this area, and we may also be able to open up trade with this goblin tribe.
I look at him and I say, my experience with people with great ambition is that they always double cross.
Like I said,
that's for the
just
waterboarding.
his word, we kill him. I'm fine with that. I'm just seeing where this goes.
You can try it.
Fair enough, as I hold onto my chest, which is still profusely bleeding.
Yeah, what you probably do with that? Can anyone deal with that?
I say
No, I can't.
Some of us hide and wait. A couple of you go in, make the deal, like make the exchange, and if it doesn't work out, if they try anything, we all rush in and fucking murder them.
Ooh, here we go.
And then I say, he grabbed something?
That was my dick.
Make a persuasion check.
And then is it contested with perception?
Hold on, let me I gotta look at what everything is.
That's a pretty good roll.
Insight, contested with insight. Remus, you believe that he grabbed his dick.
Yeah.
He believes wholeheartedly.
Avo, having stood next to him, clearly seeing something go into his pocket.
Are we all making an insight check on this one?
You didn't see anything. You have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. You were like way out here when it happened.
Riyad's also of the mind that I don't give a fuck, so what does it matter what he grabbed? The way I see it, whatever he finds, he can keep if he so chooses.
Yeah,
This doesn't belong to anybody but goblins.
Finders, keepers, losers,
I
weepers.
agree.
So I look at him and I say, he found his dick?
And he can keep that.
What I do at night is up to me.
If he grabbed his dick, let him grab his dick.
Laws be damned, grab your dick.
What?
What's
let's
everybody
move on.
doing? Okay.
Let's move on. Awkward silence. All right, I get it. Fine.
He's just getting gay.
All right. So there was a plan that you guys, some of you go in, some of you stay out. Who's going in? Who's staying out?
Is anyone here particularly good with words? Years of smoking has made me pretty not convincing. Anyone else good at convincing random people?
As I hold my chest, I'm like, obviously not me.
Anyone else?
Who's a good talker is what he's asking.
Do what? I wasn't
He's
paying
asking-
attention. I was
he's
filing through this
asking-
box.
He's asking who's a good talker.
Who's got the highest
I
fucking
paused.
persuasion?
I have +3 to persuasion.
You're
and
the
I tell
man.
Goblin.
He says, "You're the man."
You're the one that's going to negotiate this shit.
Huzzah.
He's a little bit more persuasive than I am. Not by a whole lot, though.
Okay. If you guys want, I can move the tokens into the room. That way, you don't have to traverse the entire dungeon again. Who's going with Amavia? Who's staying out?
I'm going in. I made the initial deal.
Yeah, same. So I think
I want to stealth first of all. Can I do
I
it?
also-
You
Amavia
can
and myself.
absolutely sell.
Now,
I also have the heads.
quick little doobly bob. There's a hole that leads. If they try and run past us, there's 2 exits they can leave. So we might want to have someone ready to at the bottom entrance.
Cog, you are very stealthy.
And by bottom, I mean around there.
By the way, I apparently can't see anything from beyond this.
It's almost like you're a human and don't have dark vision.
Hey, guess what, blind fuck? Welcome to the club.
Well, I am trying to go back to the bridge, and I have no idea where that is. So, okay.
Don't worry, God will manhandle you.
That would be great to know.
By the way, for some reason, I see random, like, over here and over here.
Yeah, my dynamic lighting, I was messing with it, and I've got 2 weeks to figure out what he was just talking about, though. So next session, I'm gonna be better. Who's going into the room? Okay, so Amavia for sure. I'm putting you guys outside of it because shit's gonna happen as you're walking in.
Yes.
Amadeus, Cog, are you stealthing behind them or staying at the bridge? Okay, Cog's with them. So
I'm gonna go into the room and I'm gonna stealth like up here.
okay. Yeah, perfect. Because there's like shadows here from the campfire and everything. You do that easily enough. The goblins will be focused on. Are you guys walking in as Cog is trying to get there? Like, you obviously understand what he's trying to do.
Would it inhibit his plan if we went ahead with it?
I'm just stealthy. I'm gonna sit
with a 21. If he's staying to like the darkness and everything. I'll say that as the raven sees you trying to enter the room, it starts like flocking and squeaking and everything. And the goblins are more focused on the raven who's being crazy right now than the tiefling who's sneaking into the room with a 21 stealth.
Let's go. Make the exchange, and if anything goes sideways, I'm gonna fucking jump this motherfucker.
Sounds good to me. Remember,
Remus, are you staying on the bridge to block? Because I know they said a couple people stay behind, one to block each entrance. It looks like Avo's moving towards
there's an
one.
entrance here.
Yep.
They can jump down, and then we got the tunnel here. If memory serves it right.
I'll stand on the bridge, like close to where the entrance meets the bridge.
Okay, so like here.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
I'm not expecting to be of help right now because
I mean, you should be able to see right here.
I can't see anything.
Oh well, good luck.
Now before we get
Avo,
out,
you want here?
Wait, do I have a torch?
Do you?
Oh, DM.
Yes.
I have a torch. Could I
Then
light that?
I was about to say, then light that bitch.
Yeah, light that, and then could I place it in the stone in the cavern?
Click where you want it placed.
I can't really tell like what squares
Okay.
because I can't see anything right now.
Hold on.
while he does that, before we get too deep, friends, let me reiterate.
Fuck it.
If we go south, we want to keep the big one alive. And our patron alive. Anyone else, I don't give a fuck.
Should be able to see now.
Okay, yeah, so
Cool.
Worst
There's
case
definitely
scenario,
right
I
there.
might have to pin the big one to the ground.
Exactly. Who's got rope?
Giggity.
I have rope in my pack.
Easy.
Whoever Katie Bars is in your Twitch is cracking me up by clipping the whole dick thing. Anyways, are you guys making your way in now?
Yep.
So, you guys move your tokens. Move as you'd like. As you walk in Amavia, you see the two goblins from the previous chamber over by Yeryemya. And Yeryemya, this goblin off to the right has his scimitar out, pointed at Sildar, as Yeryemya, with his dagger in his hand, is like tapping it against his hand in a clapping motion. He's, ha! You held to your word! Ha! I'm excited! He's clapping at you guys.
Now, are you going to hold to yours?
Of course, of course! And he shoves Sildar's unconscious body down here. Just
Throw the head up to his feet.
Remove the Clark head. Yeryemya bends down and picks it up. Sildar's now at Amavia's feet. Where are you? Oh, never mind. You're on a token on my map. Couldn't see your token. All right. Yeryemya goes, so it appears that would clear out the task I set for you. Unless you're interested in another task.
Before we get to any more tasks, what do you think about that trade offer that I made you? You let our interests go through this place unfazed, unattacked, unaffected. And maybe we can have a trade deal going on with you for any goods that you might procure off of anybody not involved with us.
And see, this is where my task comes into play. I may have fibbed a little before. Clark's not exactly chief. More of...
And he says a goblin word, which, Amavia, you would understand as the goblin word for lieutenant. He didn't know the English word. And he's just looking at you guys like you should know, but obviously none of you speak goblin except Amavia.
I just nod.
Not letting anybody else know. Okay. So he goes,
So, it would interest me to be chief and to rule of the Cragmaws, and not just a stinky, filthy cave. If you could take care of the real leader, we could talk about passage and trade, and maybe I give you some goods on the side for free for helping.
and he kind of winks. These guys are marauders and pretty much bandits. He's pretty much saying he'll give you tribute from shit that they rob.
What do you think, boys?
Nowhere near.
No, people.
I'll look at Rio. I'm like, I think we're missing half of our patrons, aren't we?
Ah, yes. There was supposed to be another short, stubby one.
Ah, the dwarf, you mean? Yes. When we took the human, and he points down at Sildar, he had a companion. This one gave quite the fight. But
I'm reading, hold on.
King Grohl sent a messenger stating to waylay these passengers. The Black Spider's the one who's been paying us to watch out for him. Clark did what he was told, and when we brought the two back, he sent for King Grohl, and King Grohl came and grabbed the dwarf and all of his possessions and took them back to Cragmaw Castle. So the dwarf is no longer here. We were left just this one,
And he points down to Sildar.
So he's with your chief in Cragmaw Castle.
Yes, the very chief I would need you to kill.
Oh, it sounds
to work.
Sounds like our interests might be aligned for the moment. What do you two think? I feel like this might not be a bad exchange for the moment.
I pull out my book and I'll just start scribing the notes down, and I give Riyadh the look as I'm scribing.
Since my character is like a hermit, he's just kind of looking around.
He's just looking around, not really paying attention to what's going on.
I don't know. Play my character real quick. I gotta go to the restroom.
Okay. So, what you guys doing?
Do you agree to this course of action, Mage?
Well, you know what I'd prefer, but yes, this is agreeable.
I was going to say, this is not unfavorable trade. Either way, we have to go. And we know where our friend is. Well, if I and the mage are on the same page with this one, we'll agree.
Good. So, you agree to take care of King Grohl. I become the Cragmaw chief. And then we can talk about our trade deal and moving throughout the countryside. After, of course, you bring proof that Grohl is dead. Agreed?
Do you want it shown to you in the same fashion as we did with that one?
Well, of course, I would need proof.
Then his head will be delivered.
Excellent.
And Yemek actually starts stepping around. And then comes to right here. And he looks up at you, Riyadh.
And he goes, do you have a...
And he's looking for the word. And he's looking confused. And in Goblin, he says map. But you don't know Goblin.
Do either of you know what he's trying to ask me?
I don't know if the slightest idea.
He's asking you for a map.
One of you would have been given a map by Sildar or Gundren when you accepted the job to that way know where the cart of goods was going. I don't care which one of you have the map, but somebody can have it. Who wants the map?
Mage.
You?
Mage.
Cool.
Mage. Not me. Mage.
Mage. Okay. So, Amadeus, you have the map.
Yes. I presented.
Okay. Let me find.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
I carry heavy things. Dainty, light things aren't for me.
You guys have black ass map right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's start revealing. That is Neverwinter. That's the high road you guys came down. You guys see this? The Cragmaw hideout on there? Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm still new to some of this. Let's reveal. And then... there. So, on the map you were given, it shows a direct route to Phandelver. The goblin, Yeryemya, points out to this spot right here and says,
This is where we are now, if you didn't know.
and he draws like an X.
And he says, we do most of our ambushing and stalking of what we get from here. We have access to the high road and the Tribor Trail.
Which he points to this dotted line as he's saying Tribor Trail.
The King Grohl's castle is to the north in Neverwinter Woods.
And he ends up, reveals, and marks for you where the Cragmaw Castle is. What's everybody doing?
Where's the castle on the thing? And I'll just doodle.
Oh, no, that should be revealed for you. Right here.
Yeah, it looks like a forest to me.
It doesn't say Cragmaw. Oh, that must
No.
be a DM only thing.
That must be. Don't worry, I've
Hold
scrolled.
on. Nope, I can make that. Boom.
There you
And
go.
then same with that. And this. There.
So what's the name of the goblin for reference in my notes? The one that we're helping?
Yeryemya.
How do you spell that?
Ask them or take your best guess.
I just guessed then.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back. The goblin has revealed on your guys' map where the Cragmaw Castle is. Yeryemya will then look at you and say,
You look very weary, and just know, there are many enemies in the Cragmaw Castle. King Grohl has been consorting with dark ones, as well as the normal goblins and hobgoblins that are in the castle. Stop.
Just be warned, it may not be super quickly that we get this done. We have our present venture to finish out, and then we can double back and go for him.
he nods his head and he goes,
I understand. I just...
mate. And he's kind of stuttering on his words. And he goes,
Just keep in touch. Try to... Don't take too long. I look forward to hearing back from you.
We'll be in touch. Hopefully, next time you hear from us, we have his head in hand.
He nods and he goes, as a show of good faith, all of the crates that Clark had plundered are yours to take. That way you know I'm very serious about our deal.
So he's pretty much saying that he doesn't care what you guys do with all the crates that was in Clark's chamber.
We accept. Till next time.
Excellent, excellent. Until next time.
All right, boys,
Sildar's
get out of here.
at your feet, unconscious as shit, by the way.
I'll carry him.
Okay.
See, I think I'm the only one in this room that really can. How much does he weigh?
Pretty heavy.
Okay.
You can just drag him.
Yeah. All
Make
right.
a sling. Let's go.
A couple of you could probably drag him and move him. At this point, you guys are all officially level 2. You've done a major milestone.
Alright.
I'm gonna put us back onto the map.
We don't officially level till
Long rest.
long rest, right?
But you're about to have some travel time and stuff, so that would count as a long rest.
Yeah, we gotta travel back to the cart, load up the cart, and then fucking dip.
So I need the one chest. The stuff that Yemek gave you, like the provisions and everything, with the symbol on them. He said you guys can have those, but they're like general things you would find in a store and everything. There's a bunch of fucking crates there if you remember from that map. Yeah. Got a shield with a lion embossed on it. You guys, it would take you like the rest of the day, but you could haul the one of you could go back, get the wagon while everybody brings out the crates to the front of the cave. Wagon gets there, you load up all of that onto your wagon, and then if you so choose.
I say we do that.
Okay.
I say so too.
Who's going to get the wagon?
Well, I'm the one that fucking drives it, so I guess I'm going.
Okay, Amadeus, you leaving your Raven?
Thanks,
fuck
Mage.
no.
Okay,
That's my
He's
homie.
gotta have somebody to talk to.
That's right.
right. You walk back, nothing happens on your way back. You remember how the cart was hidden. It's still there, nobody had messed with it. You grab it, you drive it. Back to the front of the cave, no mess up. You guys spend the better part of the day loading up the wagon. The wagon's like loaded to bare now. Like you still have all of Barthen's provision stuff on there. That's supposed to be delivered to Phandelver, which was the original like journey you guys were on. At any point, is anybody helping Sildar out, or are you guys just letting him stay knocked the fuck out?
I mean, throw him in the car. Fuck it.
Wait, he's unconscious right now.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
So
like,
am I
he's been
able to
unconscious.
use my cantrip Spare the Dying to wake him up?
that would stabilize him because
Well, yeah.
since there's new players here, and I've been trying to hint at it, he's been making death saves this whole time.
Then yeah.
He's looking looking
use,
pretty fucking rough right now.
I'd like to use
No,
Spare the
maggot growing out of his eyes. Oh.
Okay.
I can smack him, but that's gonna kill him.
So you guys, you see Amavia once again with like this sickly green energy touch Sildar's chest, and whereas before the breathing was really ragged and just, it's more normal now. Just he seems more of in a deep sleep. He still is bruised, bloody. He has stab wounds everywhere. He's been through the fucking ringer, but he looks more comfortable now and doesn't look to be an imminent threat of death.
Very good, very good.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't know you were there. I was too busy just looking around the room, wondering what's going on.
So, question, DM.
Yes.
Could I, do we have any clothes that we took from the dead goblins at all? Like just pieces of scrap clothing?
Do you want pieces of scrap clothing from the dead goblins?
Because I am currently bleeding, and I am looking to either tourniquet or cover the wounds.
Allow me to clean that shit first.
I was just about to say, do you want to cover your
God.
wounds with
Have
the
you ever heard of
goblins?
sepsis?
No, hang on, let me explain. I was gonna.
Hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
I was gonna have the tourniquet be the dirty ones, and I was gonna shred my common clothes, which are clean, to be the coverings.
There
Okay.
are no dirty scraps. You're welcome.
Hold on.
We could maybe make them into bandages.
I am a living. Listen, I am a living laundromat.
He is.
Also
Yes.
have 2 health potions and bandages.
As you look at the red liquid, you unstop one of the stoppers, you smell it. You're from the city, right, Ava? As you smell it, you've been in apothecaries and things like that before, and you do recognize this as healing potions. 2 of them of the minor. Let me double check that, make sure minor isn't actually a good one. It's the lowest grade. It is a common healing potion. 2 of them.
1d4 plus 4?
No, it is. The common are 2d4.
That was so close.
You were very close. It is 2d4 plus 2.
Damn.
A lot of people are hurt. Since you guys are new, I'm gonna say this now so you don't waste resources.
I was about to say.
We're
As,
about to have a rest.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm literally sitting here thinking this, like shouting to myself in my head. I'm just like, we're gonna rest. Why are we healing ourselves?
You can voice that.
I was trying.
Nah, I'm
to
gonna.
roleplay.
I don't want to voice that. I want to let people make their stupid decisions.
Hang on. I was trying to roleplay covering the wounds as I rest. So in theory, I'm not bleeding out as I'm resting.
Bro, you
That
are alone.
was-
You're
Come
done.
here. You can say hi if you want. Just you gotta be quiet after that.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hey.
There you go.
Hello,
It's a nug.
it's the Nug.
He knows he's not supposed to be in here during D&D time. Right?
It's Henry, my guy. What is up?
You hear that?
It's a little Henry.
Henri.
Hi, Henry.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Keith, I'm watching your stream. I thought you said you could see that map.
I could before, but now I can't. I thought I wasn't supposed to see it. It went black out of nowhere.
No, you can see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
you have
the
to
fuck
scroll
up.
down.
Okay, so I need to know, are you guys heading to...
Phandelver. We need to get our
Okay.
patron to safety, deliver these goods, sell off whatever we got from the goblins,
Okay.
Oh, yeah, anything from that chest that Cog searched, we're keeping. Like, whoever he decides to fan that out to, that's whatever.
Question, DM.
Yeah.
So can we take those scraps of clothing, have Amadeus clean them, and then maybe fashion them into bandages?
It's already been done. You guys already did that.
Yeah, he
all right.
cleaned them. If you want to try to fashion them into bandages, just make me a medicine check. Let's see how well the bandages do.
That would be a +0. I look
Would
around,
you like me to...
I was gonna put out an offer. Does anyone have experience with medicine?
I got a little.
I can give a crack at it.
Not crack medicine.
It's not... I mean, hey,
That'd be medicine.
depends on the era.
So I hand half to Amadeus, half to Riyadh, and I'm hedging the back.
Oh, competition.
Half of what? Oh, the bandages?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
half of the cloth to each.
Right. Both of you make medicine checks.
Yeah, that ain't gonna beat it.
So, I mean,
Yeah, not the worst.
you see that Riyadh starts like taking these clean cloth tunics and very militaristically cutting them down to where they'd be usable for bandages and things like that. And I mean, just nice, precise lines, the perfect length. He's got different lengths for different areas of the body and everything. And then you look at Amadeus, and his lines are jagged. And
I'm just
like,
tying them together like a rope blanket.
Perfect.
Yeah.
First time mage.
Eh? What was
First
that? Oh yeah, you're suck. Yeah, I heard you.
Maybe sometime I'll show you how to do it the right way.
So I'm out of here, especially when I'm being called out for shit.
You're alright, mage. I like you.
I give a smirk.
Oh. For the rest of the day, you guys are now driving the wagon from the hideout to Phandelver. It takes you a couple of days. You guys on and off, driving the car, setting up guards, things like that for sleeping, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll take shifts of 2.
Cool. So as you guys get there, the rutted track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandelver. The
I
town
still can't see, by the way.
give me a second. I'm switching your map in a second. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings.
Stupid.
Some built on old fieldstone foundations. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivory and briars surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on the hillside at the east of the town. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phandelver.
Oh shit!
By the way, did we heal up at all?
Yeah, you guys have had, like, your arrest. It took you like 2 days to get here. So full
we're at
class
100% right now?
resources, 100%, and you are officially level 2.
Alright.
Am I back to being full health?
Yes.
Okay, just making.
During your journey, since nobody is fucking with Sildar.
Split up the copper and silver. It's the
You guys
most
wanna-
important part of this.
Oh, you guys want to split loot?
Well, we have the 600 copper and 110 silver.
Um,
I forgot about
I
that.
look at Cog and tell him do what he wants with the loot that he's found, give it to whomever, and do whatever he wishes with it. Except for the potions, those are reserved for anybody in dire need.
I mean, tell me
with-
that, I keep it all.
With that being said, I will tell my newer players, most people designate pretty much a loot pony of the group that holds all the shit and keeps it down in their notes. Or you guys can divvy it all up between yourselves. I'm going to warn you now, if you guys divvy it up between yourselves, that's on you guys. I'm not doing that shit. I will tell you what it is, and it's up to you guys during our downtime to divvy up whatever the fuck you want between yourselves.
6 of us,
Alright.
right?
Huh? Yeah, 6 of you.
Of us.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody gets 100 copper. And then I'm just going to put the silver in my pocket.
Okay.
Someone else can put the potions, the 2 red potions on their inventory.
Okay.
Okay. You may as well just grab both.
As you approach, you see children playing on the town green and townsfolk tending to chores or running errands at shops. Many people look up as you approach, but all return to their business as you go by. Sildar, who's awake now, by the way, since nobody wanted to fucking help him.
I was gonna try to get to that, but
Sildar seems much more at ease now and says,
My friends, let us secure lodgings. I'm told the local inn is very quaint, and I can pay you for rescuing me.
Also, as you're going by here, you notice a sign that says Barthen's Provisions, which, as you guys will remember, is where you were supposed to deliver the goods from the wagon. Each of you get money if you do so.
Yeah,
How
that's
much?
we go turn in that what we were supposed to bring, and I inquire about if they'd be willing to purchase any of the stuff that we'd gotten from the goblins, and we'll split that equally between us.
As you guys start going through that stuff, Sildar kind of narrows his eyes and looks at you guys and goes, that symbol on those crates, they belong to Lion Shield Coster here in Phandelver. I'm sure they'd give you a reward for returning them. These goblins and bandits have been waylaying merchants and trade caravans along the high road for fortnights now. Long time. I'm sure they'd love to see their goods, especially on a frontier town like this.
Where do we deliver those to?
If you look at your map, there, right here, there's a blue building that says Lion Shield Coster. That would be where at in town. And Sildar tells you pretty much where it's at. That's why I'm showing you on the map. You guys can all see this map, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we borrow your wagon to deliver these so we're not hoofing them all over there?
Absolutely. I don't mind at all.
You'd appreciate it. And about our wages and rewards that you spoke of.
Yes. Let me return to my room in the Stonehill Inn. Gundren had bought it ahead. We have provisions there from the last time we were here. Let me go and get my money and meet me there later and I'll pay you.
We'll meet you after we bring back your cart.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, friends. I look forward to talking.
Stay safe, friend. And we leave to turn in.
He nods to you and he says,
You as well.
All right, let's go sell these, return these provisions.
So, would you guys like to go to Lion Shield Coster first or Barthen's?
Yeah, why not?
Drag the stuff around.
Alright. Hold on, I'm doing some reading. Okay, so as you guys enter, all of you are going to Barthen's?
I thought we were going to Shield Place.
Yeah, we're going to the shield to turn in the thing.
Yeah.
You guys want to go to the Lion Shield Coster first?
Yeah.
Return that stuff.
Okay.
Return that. That way we're not having to make a double back trip.
Well, you came in from the Tribor Trail, which is up here. Like, you guys are literally right next to Barthen's right now.
Oh, well then fucking offload that shit while we're here.
Okay, that's why I was like, you guys are really just going, like...
Well, what I was thinking was we were going to end up losing the cart anyway.
No,
so
I already asked him if we could borrow it. We're good.
Okay.
Alright, so, everybody going in?
I'll stay with the cart to guard it.
Okay.
I'll go in.
Why not? I'll go in. Actually, no, I'll stick with the cart. I'll send the Raven.
Cog. I'm probably going to end it here in like a half hour, but if you need to go like now, we can say that you headed to the end with Sildar and got yourself a room for yourself, if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that. It's
okay.
It never hits 100 degrees here. It's 104 right now, and I'm freaking dying.
No, you're fine. Real quick, they have different rooms for different money costs. How much money are you looking to spend on a room? Like, highest would be like a gold for 2 nights. Low end would be like a couple coppers. It's a straw bed in the basement.
Shit, I'll go cheap.
Cheap, so deduct however many nights you want from however long you plan on having a room, which it's pretty much a base. You're staying in the basement for 2 copper on some hay, so you don't have a room.
I mean, how long do I need to stay? Like, what are we?
It's how long do you think you're gonna? All right, 2 nights. So deduct 4 copper from your money. As Cog heads out with Sildar, telling you that he needs sleep and has traveled far.
Right.
Have a good night, Cog.
Have fun, guys.
Night Cog,
see
see
you,
you
Cog.
in 2 weeks. Or possibly next weekend. We should talk about that before he leaves. Would
I
you guys
might try to do a
interest-
session next week if you guys are down.
if you guys are down or possibly able to be around?
I do.
Yeah, I have no
I'll
problem.
have to think about that.
Okay.
I don't
We'll
think I
talk about it when the time gets closer, so we know what the weekend looks like.
There.
Cool.
All right, have a good one.
All right.
Bye, Cog. All right. So as you guys enter, anybody else like that's a big town, you can look at other shit if you want. Who's all going? If everybody wants to go into Barthens, it's cool. I don't care. I just need to know what everybody's doing.
Just waiting by the waiting by the thing.
Waiting, but you're going to have to be a little bit more specific than the thing.
For what I said.
The wagon. Okay.
Yeah, waiting by the
Okay.
wagon.
Cool.
Yeah, baby is gonna go in.
Amavia's going in. Amadeus, you going in?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Riyadh's obviously going in. So just Remus out. Avo, what are you doing? Go. Okay, cool. So as you walk in, you see shelves and stock that are mostly barren. For a trading supply that is probably one of the biggest in the town, you would think there would be much more inside the store, but there's not. The proprietor is standing behind the counter and is a lean and balding human male. He looks to be about 50, and he's got a couple of young clerks in there with him. As you guys walk in, he looks at you. Ah, welcome to Barthens. How can I help you?
We come bearing goods that you appear to desperately need.
Ah, my goods from the town?
Those would be the ones.
Excellent, excellent. Is this the adventurers that Gundren had hired? And he's looking around by you guys, and he kind of looks confused.
It's some of us. Some of the others are out with the cart. Others are off to take rests.
Ah, I figured I'd see my good friend Gundren, but, And he kind of just shakes his head, and he goes, and he looks at the clerks. Ander, Thistle, go unload the wagon, bring in our goods. And he pulls out a coin pouch, and he's looking at all of you, and he goes, I believe the deal with Gundren was about 5 or 6 adventurers. How many of you are there?
There's 6 of us in total.
And he starts pulling out gold coins and stacks them up and puts them in their own small pouch and sets them on the counter. 60 gold coins it is then. The coins are sitting on the counter. He's pretty much paying you. Anders and Thistle head out. They look at Avo and they see you just like this big, or was it Ava? No, Remus. You were guarding the cart, right?
Yes.
You see these 2 clerks come out and, excuse me, sir. The boss says to unload the cart of goods inside. Excuse us?
And I say, well, let me help with that. And I start helping them.
Perfect. And between the 3 of you, you guys start, and they see the crates with the Lion Shield Coster symbol on it, and you notice they're not touching those ones at all. They're just grabbing the crates that are meant for them.
I say, don't worry, we will return to those shortly too.
Good. Hold on. Lynn Ennie will be overjoyed to see goods. And as you guys go in, you see that the 2 clerks start instantly unpacking these crates and putting things up on the shelves. There's backpacks, bedrolls, ropes, rations, things like that. You guys notice there's no really weapons or armor, but it's pretty much adventuring gear. If anybody needs adventuring gear. Yeah, if you type in Google like adventuring gear for 5e, it's gonna give you a list of shit that most like what adventuring gear is.
While I'm in here, could I interest you in buying this chainmail I got?
As you pull it out, He looks at it and he goes, I don't deal with weapons and armor. Leneni would be more apt for those things.
Is that your local blacksmith or arms dealer?
That's the proprietor of the Lion Shield Coster.
Ah, perfect. We have a trip to make there anyway.
Good.
So,
It's all in one pouch.
so between my trips of bringing stuff in, I look at the main guy and I say, payment is where again?
It's in this pouch on the table. Here, take your 10.
I say, I bow to him. Thank you very much, and I take the 10.
Cool.
Yeah, I grab my 10 out as well.
Yeah, so we'll have 20 left in the bag for myself and Cog at the end of all of this. I'll hold on to Cog's 10 till I see him in the inn.
Cool. You see him kind of fidgeting, and he looks, and by chance, do any of you know when Sildar or Gundren will be back in town, or are they already here?
One of them's going to the inn right now. As for the other, he's not so fortunate to be here. We have a trip to make to fetch him. He's had some misfortune befallen him.
Oh, that's a pity, but out in this area, it's understandable.
Do you need anything else from us while we're here?
He kind of shakes his head. And then you see him fidgeting a little bit more and looking around. And as they are unloading some more of the crates, you see him whisper, or not whisper, he's shooing his clerks to the back room, pretty much motioning them to put some of the shit in the back.
With that being the case, I see that, I start bringing the stuff in and putting it in a pile so they can have it closer to the back.
Are you going into the back with them?
No, I'm bringing it in and then putting it in a pile so they don't have to go all the way out to get it.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep. Nope, that's fine.
I am being helpful.
They thank you profusely. They super happy.
I say in Latin, partially, it is my, and then I stop and I say, it is my pleasure, in common.
The pleasure's all ours. Thank you for the help.
Alright, boys, let's go return these goods.
Everybody leaving?
We returned all the goods to them?
The Barthans.
Yeah, we gotta go to Shields.
Okay, so I go back to the wagon and I hop on.
Yeah, we're gonna go back as well.
Cool. Everybody on the wagon again. Yeah! Wagon goes down the trail more, and you guys stop it outside of the Lion Shield Coster, blue building right there. Everybody going in?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys delivered the goods from Barthans. You're heading towards Lion Shield now. Cool. Hanging above the front door of this modest trading post is a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it. Everybody's heading in. Hold on. As you walk in, you see a human woman. Looks to be mid-30s. And once again, as you look around, it just looks barren in here. And this woman is sitting by the counter, her head resting in her hand and just tapping on the counter with a finger. And as you guys open the door, she looks up and goes, adventurers, hello. Unfortunately, as you can see, you won't find much here if you're looking to purchase. However, and she kind of perks up, if you're looking to sell, I may be in a mind to purchase.
By the way, DM.
Yep.
Since we moved past it, can I specify that I am in the doorway, but I'm still keeping an eye on the cart?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I walk in further, looking around, seeing that it's just bare as can be. Then my gaze falls to her. Well, partially to sell, partially to return. Come with me outside. You'll see what I mean.
And you guys brought like 5 people in here, right? She kind of giggles and you, and she's trying to like look past Remus. Why don't you just tell me what's outside? There are some unsavory folks around here. There's a reason why our shelves are bare, and it's not just because of our merchants being waylaid. And as she says this, from underneath the counter, she grabs something, and then on top, and then all of a sudden you hear a onto the countertop as she lays down a heavy crossbow that has it pointed at you guys.
Listen, ma'am, I've had enough of those shot at me this past few days. We're just here to return goods that goblins have taken from your caravans.
Simply put, it's got your mark on it.
Yeah, it has your mark on the boxes.
Perhaps you should have led with that.
You see me chuckling in the background and saying, I like her.
Next time, lead with that instead of trying to get me to leave my shop while there's a gaggle of you. Again, there are unsavory folk in this town who have been unkind to us. I wouldn't like to use this, but... anyways, I digress. You say you have my goods.
They appear to be yours. Would you like us to drag them in so you can inspect them?
And you see her, she grabs the crossbow and shoulders it as she walks out from behind her counter. She's still keeping an eye on all of you as she can. And she kind of peeks past Remus to the cart and notices a couple of the crates with the her symbol on it. And she goes, yeah, that's the shipment that was due to arrive last week. And she turns around and walks back to the counter. At this point, she puts her crossbow back under the counter and goes back to tapping her fingers on the table and goes, well, you've recovered my goods, obviously. I thought they'd never show up.
What do you want for it?
I'd be willing. A reward is in order, obviously. And she pulls out a pouch, and she starts counting. She's looking up, and she sets it on the counter. 50 gold for my goods back?
Sounds good.
Oh, hold on, Riyadh. Riyadh, whatever my accent is, shit. What were you gonna pay? You said there's a shipment. What were you paying for it?
Now, those are my personal dealings.
And these were found on the wayside. I believe it's ours.
I interrupt. I say, since there are 6 of us in a party, would you mind raising it to 60?
At least easy math.
And she looks up, and you can see very sarcastically, she starts pointing at each one of you and goes, I count 5.
And the other one's getting logics. You know how that goes.
Well, again, pertinent information probably should be led with. And she kind of giggles to herself again, gets back in her pouch. That can be arranged. I really do appreciate you bringing them here. I can go 60.
So as she's doing that, I start bringing in crates and stacking them.
And I look at her and I give her a wink. Apologies for the misunderstandings. Thank you kindly. Trying to kind of flirt with her a little bit.
She blushes a little bit and she goes, It's no problem. I understand. Times are rough, and especially out here in a frontier town. I get it. We're all a little on edge.
It's understandable. Now, going back to your original question, whether or not we had anything to sell. I actually have some chainmail. Could I interest you in that?
Maybe. Bring it to me.
Pull the chainmail out of my pack that I got off that hobgoblin.
Looking up prices. So, you lay it down on the table, and she's like looking at it, and she holds it up, and you see her nose like crinkle up, and she goes, "Did no one think to even clean it?" As there's still dried blood and broken links on it.
Apologies, my bad, and I'll clean it right then and there.
And as you like snap, and the prestidigitation goes off, and it cleans, and she goes, much better, thank you.
I can always count on Mage to have my back.
Yes, we all need more folk like that around here.
I tap Amadeus on the shoulder and I say, my armor's kind of also, and I point to all the blood all over it.
Without looking, I clean it up.
So she looks over the chainmail, and she's looking at her pouch that she had just taken 60 gold out of, looks back at you and goes, "I can give you 20 gold for it, seeing as it's used and the links aren't exactly in good shape anymore. It's clearly been in combat recently."
20 gold and a cup of coffee sometime, and you got yourself a deal.
Done. She slaps her hand down on the table and takes the gold out, gives it to you, and brings the chainmail behind the counter and puts it underneath. "Anything else?" "And coffee. Morning, perhaps? Tomorrow morning?"
Just before dawn.
"Absolutely." She gives you a small smile.
I'll be there.
Anything else, guys? Anybody trying to purchase anything? Sell anything? She picks them up. She looks, and she's like, "Crude. Very crude. Did you get this off of a goblin?" And she's like,
pipe up in the background. "Is it dirty?
"Is that what?"
Is it dirty?"
Oh. She giggles and she goes, "Yes, it's a bit dirty."
Fix!
And as it gets,
Can you guys just tell me that you need shit clean? I'm gonna start charging for this. Fuck.
the longsword that you set down, I'm going to say is no longer dirty. We're going to say that before you even put it on the counter, Amadeus is like, "Clean that shit."
God damn, you filthy animals!
Yeah. She looks at the longsword, and you see her with a practiced eye. She's holding it up. She swings it a couple of times and sets it back down. She's looking at it, and she goes, "Kind of crude. The longsword I could do about 5 for."
Filthy?
5 what?
Gold. And then she looks and she goes, "Unless, of course, you'll take 5 silver for it."
I can't wait for this coffee.
So I interrupt before it's ending. I was like, "Dear madam, is there perhaps a smithy or a what do they call the place you send letters through?"
They'd just be like a post office.
Yeah. Do you guys have a smithy and a post?
We do have a smithy. It's pretty much right across the street from Barthen's. When you come in, be right there. The post will always go through the town master's hall, and that's pretty much smack dab in the middle of town.
Say thank you very much, and I grab my gold and start heading to the smithy.
She clears her throat and just, "You guys are very new at this," and she points down at the longbow. "Unless, of course, you're willing to accept 5 gold for both pieces."
I just shake my head
And then she's got a big smile on her face, and she leans on the counter and head in the palm of her hand and points at you and just like moves her finger in like the come here motion and, "Come here, puppy. Let me pay you for this."
Man, that moment when I should have just made this bar I was thinking of.
That's why I'm getting myself out of this.
You're gonna give me this for free?
Jesus.
She giggles some more and picks it up and puts it under the counter. You guys obviously have no idea what a longbow is worth.
I was about to say, Jesus, we're giving so much away.
I'm sitting here.
At least I'm getting 8 out of mine. Fuck.
You know,
Right.
God damn it. My shit, I'd fucking charge like 60 for that shit. Fuck.
She looks and goes, "This is working out great for me. Is there anything else I can help you with?"
Hey, as I'm leaving, I look at Amadeus and I pull out the scimitar, which is still dirty, and I look at him smiling.
My one condition, you're actually gonna get fucking money for that.
I say, not from her.
I give a squint. What the fuck you going on about?
This isn't worth much, but it is worth salvage, as I say about the smithy.
How much do you want for the scimitar?
Are you talking to Linane?
Yeah, I like shout over.
She can see how busted up and rusted it is from back there, and she's just shaking her head now.
I see what I mean.
8. It's at least a lump of iron.
There's the smithy who could absolutely melt it down for you. And I'm sure the Miners Exchange would be more than happy to take any ore that you bring in. Or the smithy would as well.
That's why I was like, I kind of shake my head. I'm like, this isn't my first time doing this. As I walk out.
Anybody else need anything from Linane? Anybody trying to buy anything?
Is there what are we? A wizard? Magic shop? Calligraphers? Maps? Men devils in the arcane.
She's looking, and you see like this moment of like light bulb cross her face, and she goes, "I don't think so much as the arcane as more of the nature. But we do have somebody who's done amazing things."
That is vague as shit. How about you lead with the answer?
Old Darren Edermath
Funny
is,
coming from a maid.
and she's giggling. She loves you guys at this point, and she goes, "I'm speaking of Darren Edermath. He lives at the orchard, named after him, of course, the Edermath Orchard. Again, I don't know if he's arcane or what he really does, but I do know he's a retired adventurer and has pretty much grown that orchard himself in a remarkable amount of time."
Indeed. Does he have a trade?
Fruits and vegetables mostly.
He has an orchard. What do you think he sells?
Well, a man grows shit. Apothecary is very much a good trade for him.
That's a fair point. Alright, Linane. I'm going to take my reward and head out.
I'll be seeing you in the morning.
I'd like my 10 gold.
That
please.
you will. I give her a smirk and a wink.
Oh, what was that, Amadeus?
I'm talking real. Like, can I have my money? Before you
Mine from
mishand
the
it.
pouch. I took mine from the pouch. Get yours.
Did she divvy it up into...
No, it's on.
pouches?
No.
It's on the table.
I warned you guys earlier. I'm not divvying shit up. You guys can
It's
figure
all
it
on
out.
the table.
That's why I took my 10 and left.
I take mine and I take cogs again. So I have 20 of cogs on me.
I will fish out my 10.
And so,
Yeah, grab mine too.
how far have I made it to the smithy?
I didn't even hear you say you were going, but if you were
Oh,
walking,
yeah.
it's not a far walk. If they're heading out, you'd have already made it to the smithy.
Oh, I headed out while they were still in the moment of, like, bickering amongst each other.
Then yes, you have made it to the smithy. Let me pull up the smithy.
And then once I've collected my gold, I will be heading to the farmer boy. That knows probably more than he should.
Edermath?
That's fine. I'll return the cart, you fucks.
We're level 2.
I was going to return the card too.
I hear this
Yes,
from
you
a
were
distance.
level
I
two.
say, "I'm not the one getting laid, you fucker!"
I'll I'll use my special abilities to cast Unseen Servant and have it drive the cart.
Okay. So, hold on.
Oh
You've
god.
got a
It's
cart
gonna be a
driving
ghost
itself
cart.
through the town. Okay.
Wait, he did what?
Unseen.
So, as you're walking are you walking this cart towards Ettermath's?
I'll take it wherever Riyadh wants it, and then I'm going to go off to do
We
my
were
thing.
just returning the cart.
To Bartham?
Full cart.
Yeah.
Full cart.
Okay, which is down the main road. There are, like, as you came in, it's like midday at this point. You guys are heading down the main walk, and people are looking at this cart seemingly driving itself with a robed old man next to it and a half-orc. And people just start darting inside their houses as this cart's passing them, closing up windows, shutters like drawn with a bang.
Holy shit. Have they not seen magic before?
I think they like us.
It's a frontier town, guys.
God. It hurts my every being. Every fiber.
So I have made it to the smithy, right?
Yes, you are at the smithy.
I ask him, how much is this worth in salvage as I pull out the scimitar? Scimitar?
You're referring to...
I love how you all keep saying scimitar. It's great.
Right,
I only say it because someone else said
It's
it.
hurting me. It's physically hurting. It's scimitar.
Scimitar.
Not scimitar. Scimitar.
You know, I'm just going to keep saying it just to piss
I hate
guys
you.
off.
I hate you. Like, fucking much.
She is at the forge,
Woo.
banging on a piece of armor. Big,
Ooh, banging. Say
big
that.
arms.
I'm glad you specified.
Long flowing red hair in a braid, and as you walk in, she's just clang, clang, clang off of it, and I can actually... That is not what it was supposed to be. My bad. Anyways, that fucked up. So, she didn't even notice you walked in. Didn't hear the bell. She's busy banging away on a piece of armor.
So if that's the case, I look at do I see the bell?
Yeah, there's a bell on the counter.
Ding it.
It's a bigger bell than what you're used to seeing. Like, it's not like church bell size, but like size of your fist with a string, and like you actually got to move the cord and like ring, 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 ring. Or
Yeah,
ding,
so
ding, ding.
as I'm ringing it, I say in Latin, "The Legion approaches."
You say that in Latin?
Yes.
And did you... Okay.
Nobody understands Latin.
She,
That's the point.
she jumps, turns around, make a dexterity saving throw.
I fucking called it. This dude's gonna get shot.
As she... As...
He getting bonked.
as she throws her hammer that she was using to bang this piece of armor.
At this point,
Well, the
after
question
returning
is,
the carriage,
does it-
I'm standing outside because I'm coming to look for plate.
The question is, though, does it hit my armor class?
It was a dex
Yeah,
save throw.
it's a dex
Getting
save.
nailed.
Well, it can hit me, but it doesn't mean it'll do damage because I am still wearing armor.
Okay.
Face shot.
She rolled a 17 to hit.
It's an 18.
When you're wielding your shield, did you walk into the shop with your shield up and brandished?
We're in town. You don't have your shield out.
I still have my helmet on.
Right,
Doesn't mean
but your AC is an 18 when you're wielding your shield. Your AC without your shield is...
I never actually,
It'll
like...
be 16.
I was about to say, I never actually disengaged it. I still am holding it because I didn't think to put it on my back.
You've been
This dude-
traveling for
This
2
dude
days.
is literally walking
Okay,
around.
hold on. As the DM, I'm telling you, while in
Dude,
town, there's
stop.
no way you're holding that shield. Like, your AC's a 16.
Fine.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as this hammer slams into your chest, and you take a step back, and she's in a fighting crouch as she unsheathes 2 short swords and goes, "Who's there?"
I look at her and I say, "Apparently not a customer," and I walk out.
I'm outside laughing my fucking ass off because he just got decked by this hammer. I walk in. I slowly walk in.
And she's walking past me.
Friendly, please don't throw anything at me.
I stop you before you get in, and I say, "Listen, both of us are getting fucked up today." As I walk away.
As that happens, she's looking very confused. And then as you walk in, half orc, she stays kind of down in a fighting stance. And as you look at this stance, you can tell she knows what she's doing. As she has these short swords and goes, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. Me walking in still, I come to a stop. My hand's still up. Apologies for my friend. He's a bit much. But yes, I am here to inquire. Do you have any plate mail for sale?
She kind of shrugs, and as she shrugs, the short swords kind of go wide, then come back in, pointed directly at you. Are you wearing anything red?
No, I'm green. My armor's all gray.
Okay. As she kind of looks you over and everything, she, plate armor you're looking for?
That'd be correct, ma'am.
She re-sees both of the short swords, and she's looking at you, and she goes, "My hammer. Can you grab that, please?"
It'd be my pleasure.
There it is. And she comes across the counter and snatches it. "So, plate armor, eh?"
Yes, ma'am.
And she looks at you and she starts looking you up and down, and she goes, "Have you coin?"
I have a bit.
You're probably gonna need a bit more than just a bit.
How much for a chest plate?
Are you looking like half plate?
Basically, yeah, something to just cover like my torso area.
She looks at you, and as she's looking at your figure and everything, she goes, "I could probably do it with the materials I have on hand for about 1,000 gold."
Well, it seems like I need to be doing a little bit more adventuring then.
She laughs. "Little bit. Plate armor's not cheap. However, I'd give you a discount if you were to provide materials. Or do a favor for us here in the town." Like a skill, Jesus.
I'd be willing to definitely keep an eye out for materials anytime I'm out and about. What's this favor? I'm intrigued.
Well, apparently a band of ruffians has made our simple town home. As you were walking in, I'm sure you've seen one of them walking out. They call themselves the Red Brands. They're distinctly familiar to anybody because of the red scarves or armor that they wear.
About that, apologies. The one that you've seen walking out that you nailed with the hammer. Thank you for that, by the way. He's not a part of them. He's just our group's idiot.
She kind of glares a little bit.
You're hearing in the background yelling in Latin.
He's
resident idiot.
She squints. He's not a Red Brand?
No, he's definitely not. Not as far as I know, anyway.
You might want to tell him that all the red around here is gonna cause some trouble.
I'll make sure to remind him of that, but he doesn't seem the type that he'd be willing to budge on any of that.
And then I gotta ask, why?
What do you mean, why?
Why the red?
It's a band of people that are here causing shit.
Oh.
So I would like to specify I have proceeded to go onto the place where I could place a post.
Where you can what?
Send a letter.
Oh, that Town Master's Hall.
Yep.
Cool. 1 second. Let's finish up here, and then I'll get to that.
Oh, I know. I just got kicked out of the place, so I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Oh, you shouted something crazy.
I didn't shout. I didn't. I was
said
speaking.
you were walking away. You had to shout.
No, I was shouting as I left.
We'll talk.
All right. So while we're still in this shop and she's telling us about the band, I'm gonna ask her: is there any specific locations within the town that they're holed up?
Absolutely. The Sleeping Giant. That's where most of them gather and congregate, and then they leave there and spread mischief all throughout the town. There's a dozen of them, maybe more. I don't know. They've become a plague for about a month and a half now. Their leader goes by the name of Glassstaff, if you can believe that.
And I'm assuming most of these individuals are just your typical ruffians with daggers and leather armor.
She's nodding, for the most part.
Any magics that we need to be wary of? I noticed your town didn't take too kindly to our magician doing anything.
My ears perk as soon as magic is said.
She laughs. Glassstaff. Have you ever known anybody that's not arcane to go by a ridiculous name like that?
That's a
Have
fair
you ever
point.
heard the name Riyadh? That's pretty ridiculous.
I'm a fucking half-orc. What do you expect? We don't have common names.
Exactly. Glassstaff. Anyone could have Glassstaff.
Now, she makes a fair point. That does sound kind of fucking arcane now that I sit here.
Okay, odd.
She's God.
I am odd. Look at me. I'm 6'4", 275 pounds of fucking physique.
No comment.
Alrighty. Anything else from her? Any
I
more
ask her
questions?
would you be willing to give my weapons a more keen edge?
More keen what?
A more keen edge. They've been used and need to be tended to, and I don't feel like doing it, so I'd rather see if she'd be
Yes,
willing.
I could absolutely maintain your equipment, sharpen everything, knock out any of the dents, and she's looking over your chain mail, right?
Yeah, my
She
chainmail is
She sees
tattered.
broken links and everything. She nods and goes, 5 gold, and I can get it back in tip-top shape.
That's fucking outrageous.
You're in a frontier town that pretty much bandits have taken over.
This is like going to like the local fucking little town store. You're getting gouged for the convenience.
Exactly.
Man. That's how
We're
that
getting
works.
gouged. Hell no.
I try to flirt with her a little bit. I appreciate the enthusiasm and all that, but that's a bit expensive. Could I interest you in maybe a date or a helping hand sometime for a little bit of a reduction there? Giving her a sly smile.
I'd facepalm her at this point.
Make a persuasion check. She scoffs a little bit and goes, "No on the date. You're not my type, if you get my drift."
I had a feeling.
Not everybody can be into a big half-orc like me. It's understandable.
Huh. If that's what you mean. As for the gouging, times are rough. I'll bring it down to 3 gold.
1.
And she shakes her head. 3. I will not go any lower.
Shut up, mage. I'll
You know
pay
what I do
the
for a living, right?
Yes, I do, but we're in a frontier town, and I really need this shit repaired. I've taken so many fucking
No.
arrows.
Time out. You do not know what he does for a living. You know that he's a mage, but he's alluding to his backstory.
He's told us he's dealt with like trade and shit a little bit.
Has he? I don't
Yeah,
remember that.
Briefly.
Yeah,
Oh.
we briefly
I
had this
sell
conversation.
shit. Specifically maps and books.
He's
I tell you
basically,
now.
at one point, me and him have briefly had the conversation where he is more or less around the trade a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know exactly what, but I know he's not retarded when it comes to trading.
Just remembered the meme channel and going through it.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it at all this time. It's going to be fun to go through it.
I'm glad I can help guys with the sweet memes that are posted.
She looks at you guys and 3 gold. Take it or leave it.
I'll accept that and thank you kindly. As for that
By the
paper
gods.
message about, I'll definitely be looking into that.
Good.
Town looks like it could use the help.
You would make a lot of people very happy.
And with that, I hand her the equipment that she's to repair, which is my chainmail, great sword, and shield and longsword.
Alrighty, she takes them, looks at you, and says, "Come back tomorrow around midday, and I will have this ready for you."
I'll see you then. Till then, take care.
You as well.
Turn around.
Did you pay her?
Yeah, I gave her my 3
Okay.
or the
Cool.
chest.
Cool. Deduct 3 gold from yourself. Anything else
Yep.
from her?
No.
Nope. I'm out of there.
I would like
Alright.
to go to the druid, probably, boy.
Alrighty. As you pull it out and show it to her, she's looking at it and her brows kind of furrow and she looks at you shaking her head and she goes, "It's crafted quite well, but I've never seen one." Remus, what are you rolling?
I'm doing a second wind before I go into the what was it, the one thing, just in case someone else decides to throw a fucking hammer at me.
Okay.
I am also keeping my shield now at a half-ready stance.
And see, that makes sense to me after you've been attacked.
So is that 3 hit points back?
Yes. 3 plus your level, which is 2 now, right?
Yeah, so
Read
it's
second one.
15.
You're wanting to go to the Ettermath Orchard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. You taking the cart or are you leaving the cart at Barthen's?
It needs to be at Barthen's, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much Barthen's cart. They were
Yeah.
just letting you use it to get the other goods there.
Then yeah, I leave it there. As I'll command my unseen servant just to follow me at this point.
Okay. As you head over there, that is actually where I'm going to end the session. Because it's a good stopping point. I need to make a note that we're stopping at Ettermath.
Could I specify sending that letter?
No, because when you go into the Town Master's Hall, something kicks off.
Oh, yay.
He's gonna get us killed!
You don't know if it's not combat or not, just something major
it's
happens
probably
there.
just a big story. Probably telling us about the hooligans or some shit, if I had to wager a guess.
Could be, or it could be combat. You never know.
Maybe it's the
It is.
hooligans telling us about the hooligans, so we have to kill the hooligans in the
The
town.
name of the building is literally Town Master's Hall, so I'm assuming there's a Town Master there.
Let's say I feel very discriminated against.
You're going to in this town. After the information from that smithy, and if now that we're out of the session, if you haven't noticed, everybody's on edge that you've talked to.
No, actually, the stewards were not.
The who?
The ones that I helped with the bringing stuff into Barthen's.
They did not. They were wary of you at first.
Yeah.
Like
When they
literally
first came
anybody
up, they
that's
looked at
seen
you
as
and-
cringe,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah. There's little hints I throw, and this is one of the things I want to talk about. First and foremost, actions have consequences. Secondly, you don't always know what's going on in the world. You happen to choose a Roman legionnaire, which primarily wear red, and you're now in a town where the gang's primary color of what they're showing is red. Literally everybody since you've stepped into town and had any interaction with, they've been small hints, but have literally cringed from you or have been unsure around you. A lady pulled a heavy crossbow out after scanning your party. She noticed the red. Like, Just it's little things like that for the newer players to D&D that you'll, as you get more experience, you'll pick up more on. It's hard to when you first start out. Any questions for me?
No, sir.
No? Did you guys have a good time? Good.
But
Good,
for the
good,
most
good.
part, I seem to have been the attack dummy today.
Yeah,
You chose
got
a front line. You chose a frontline position in front of some beefy ass
I
shit.
didn't take a
And
single
then-
hit in this fight
And,
today.
no, hold on. And then chose to taunt everything. Like, Clark is role-played as, like, a very prideful and just egotistical, way too big of a head, thinks he's in charge of everything, and you're pretty much telling him to fuck off while swinging a sword at him. Yeah, he mad.
Yeah, but the Legion did have a tendency to do that.
Right. I just don't think I'm picking on you. I play my creatures
Oh, I
to
know. I know.
their intelligence, and B, to the actions you guys are taking. You're standing in front of the. Granted, there's two of you in front of him, but you're the one talking shit
That
to
was
a
actually-
not so intelligent creature. Like,
I was about to say, that was the point, though, because
no, I know.
as long as the people that are squishy behind me don't get killed.
Right. No, what you guys did was very smart, because if he could have got to your guys' back line, you've seen what one Morning Star did to somebody with a high AC. Like,
Yo, wizard, thanks.
Twice.
right. Well, cool.
Still sad I didn't get a puppy.
It's how it played out. If it would have played out different, with you guys chose to focus on Clark, which was smart, and now that we're past that section, I can tell you. The way I roleplay Clark, especially after the deal with Yeryemya, is if the party agrees with the deal with Yeryemya and doesn't kill him off, then the goblins, when they see that Clark, the goblins are unhappy with Clark. Again, egotistical, he abuses the shit out of them. You guys seen him slap one of them out of the way that was wounded. Once Clark gets to a low enough health, and if the party hasn't primarily focused on the goblins, one person shot a goblin in retaliation, which a goblin understands. They're like, I shot you, you're going to shoot me back. I get it. But after that, nobody really fucked with the goblins. You guys were all focused on Clark. So the goblins took that opportunity when they seen him hurt to be like, fuck this, I'm going to kill this guy. And so they turned towards you guys. Remus specifically, again, don't, yeah, don't think, yeah, take it easy. Thanks for coming.
Have a good one, bud. See you next time.
Just again, I don't want you to think I was picking on you and sitting here like you can't have
I knew
a
that.
wolf. It was, so Ripper is an alpha wolf. Like, he is leader of that pack of wolves that they're trying to train. Clark had already broken their alpha and was in the process of getting the other three, which is why they were chained up and everything. So Clark dies. The wolf's master is now dead. So the alpha wolf of the pack thought that its alpha, which was Clark, is now dead, right? It ran off. I mean, granted it's a wolf, it's not high intelligence, but they're pack creatures. It knows that it's stronger in a pack, and most of its pack had already turned on it, and its leader is now dead. Its alpha's dead. So it wants to get back to its pack, which it did by jumping down.
I understood that, and I was like,
Yeah.
The way I see it is, though, since I did befriend some of them, there may be a chance of re-encountering them
Right,
in favorable circumstances.
If you guys would have went up and Ripper was on like 2 health at this point, if somebody would have shot Ripper, the alpha wolf, and killed it, probably would have made the betas and the lesser wolves calm back down. Their leader just died in front of them. But with the alpha wolf standing in front of them, aggressive and looking to attack, the lesser wolves aren't going to back down. Not when their alpha's in front of them.
That is true.
Yeah. I just like I said, I didn't want you to think I was picking. I felt like, halfway I'm sitting here like, fuck, man, Remus is taking a fucking beating.
Oh, I know, and that's...
I literally thought he was going to die after I brought his ass back up with lay on hands.
Yeah, literally I'm sitting there like, oh, buddy, Like, I seen that Morning Star hit, which I should take a screenshot of, because I seen that and my jaw dropped, and I was like, holy shit.
To
When I
be
rolled
fair,
damage on that.
I should have picked that fucking thing up, but oh well.
I was about to say, to be fair, this is not the first time that one of my characters has gone down. It will not be the last.
Level 1's a rough level. It really is. Like, a one lucky roll will end your life.
So we had a DM who kept trying to knock out the party, but we were just getting really fucking lucky. And so he decides, while we were level 3, to send I think it was a level 15 or whatever fucking he said it was, a white dragon at us to ambush us and knock us all out. And it failed to knock out one person who got away.
Wow.
Yeah.
5e
So he was-
weird, man, action economy.
He was just trying to kill all of you for like
No.
party wipe?
He was trying to knock us out to proceed to the next part of the story.
He was trying to railroad them by using an overpowered creature.
And he had used he had used an incubus and succubus to try to take us out while we were
What
still
level were you?
We were level 2 at this time, by the way.
No.
And we defeated them.
Wow.
But the fucked up part was giving us companions that were like level 10 and 15.
Oh,
So-
also, by the way, congratulations on surviving some of your guys' first deadly encounter.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what that was when I seen
Mhm.
Remus getting his ass slapped.
I did my job, though.
Alright, it is late. I need to get my ass in bed. I gotta be at work at 7 o'clock. Thank you, everybody. It was fun.
Good night.
Not next. I'm trying to have a session next weekend because I'll be off work. So, and to make up for our short session tonight. Well, short. It was still 3.5 hours.
It was still expensive.
But I know most of the players have showed interest in playing weekly because they're having fun. So I'm down.
Yeah, if we can get the groups together for it, I'm definitely down. But
So,
it just depends.
Before you head off.
Yep.
If they end up forcing me on that Saturday, I only get a couple hours worth of time. So I would end up having to wake up at 6 my time, which is 5 your guys' time. And I would have to be, getting ready for work by 8:30, 9:30 your guys' time.
That's if you want to pop in and play for a little bit. That's fine.
Chunk of our session.
If you don't, it's up to you. The reason I have 6 players is because I don't expect everybody to make it every session.
Well,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was about to say, with the upcoming event, that's why, if I am able to play, I'm going to just play for that event and allow you to either play my character or allow them to rest, depending on how it goes.
I usually don't play PCs because I hate trying to mimic their accents and shit.
Oh, you don't have to mimic my accent. I haven't done an accent.
I know. I don't like, because my biggest fear is if I play your character and your character dies while you're not there, I think that's shitty. So
Yeah,
I
it's
usually
unfair to the player.
agreed. I do not like playing PCs. I play my NPCs. If you can't make a session, you're hanging out at the inn, or if you guys are in a dungeon, I'll come up with a reason why you stayed behind. And then catch up
Kind of
later.
like with Avo guarding
Yep.
the cart.
Yep. I don't like making decisions for characters or anything like that. I'm not comfortable with describing as much of your guys' actions as I am, but most of you are new players, so I've been stepping up.
Fair enough.
I would say 5-10 minutes of covering somebody is not awful, but for an entire session, that's terrible. That literally get somebody killed.
Yeah. All right, I'm heading out, fellers.
So yeah.
Have a